Recording in progress. from anybody who gon' tell me how to do it if they never even did it right. These days I don't waste a minute of my time reminiscing on regrets of the past. That's a different life. These days I don't need nobody's validation. These days I don't need nobody's invitation. These days I don't tell nobody what I'm doing. I just do it. If I fail, keep it pushing till I get it right. Yeah, these days I've been wide awake, I never sleep late. Got a lot to do, I treat a Sunday like a weekday. Do it for my son, set the table, I need 3 plates. Have my cake and eat it, baby, don't forget the cheesecake. Got it, yeah, they know I got it. Confidence contagious, so the ones around me caught it. Everybody waiting on me, hoping I'ma drop it. I feel like all this weight is on me, still I'm never stopping. No, that is not a, yeah, pushing myself to the limit. I set a goal, but still I never feel enough when I get it. Cause when I go and all these feelings overflow to the ceiling, it's like a hole just open up and I don't know how to feel it. I tell them, look, I don't make mistakes.
Welcome in. Welcome in.
Drop songs when I write them, I don't wait 8 weeks. They do focus on the image now, but that ain't me. Lot of rats taking pics, that's why they say cheese. Lately I've been feeling like there's something off. A lot of friends used to show me love, ain't showing love at all. Yeah, only cheer me on when I was underdog. Running up the numbers, everybody keep on running off. Funny how they wanted me to win until I passed them.
All right,
now all of a sudden they be talking in the past tense. He was this, he was that, like I changed up. Had a kid, I'm a dad, gotta make funds these days. Everybody focus on the he say and she say.
Who we got?
Up and trying to make a scene like a screenplay.
In the
Try
house.
to be original but end up as a remake. Spend a lot of time thinking about how I'ma be great.
Only bands in the
I just
building.
stick to the plan.
All right,
Yeah, I'm focused on the music, not a pick for the gram. Stay true to my supporters, yes I did it for them. So even when I get hot, never switch on a fan. These days I don't take advice from anybody who gon' tell me how to do it.
All right, Clubhouse, how we feeling? Welcome in, gang. Welcome in. What up, Jake? What up, Arrow Sassy? What up, Vicky? Mr. Lopez in the house. All right, let's do it. What up, DJ Scratches? What up?
I just do it if I fail. Keep it pushing till I get it right.
All right. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Good to see y'all. Great to be back. Jay Coop, these days with the big payout. Let's go. Congratulations on that payout. Congrats, everyone. What a month it's turning out to be. Midway through at this point. We're hitting the midway mark. So we got a lot ahead of us, a lot behind us, and something special right in front of us here today. So welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Great to see y'all. Good to be back. Happy Friday. It is the 15th of, I don't even know, May? Yeah, May. 15th of May. And it's another day, another opportunity for us to be patient, to be disciplined. It is not CPI day. Yeah, it's not CPI day. But I was just tricking y'all, you know? Just tricking you guys. All right. NK Capital in the building. What's goody? What up, Lucas? What up, Ken Hard? Good to see you. What up, Connor? What up, Dovey? Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Glad to be back. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to pray real quick, and then we'll start our mission here today. All right, let's do this. Father God, we thank you for another opportunity to gather together here in the New York session. We thank you for the rain of blessings that continue to pour down. We thank you for the knowledge and the wisdom that you continue to instill through us, and we just thank you for this experience. We give you all the glory, Lord. We pray you continue to shine a light on our path as we walk it, and we thank you in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. All right, let's do this. Let's do it. Let me, do I really need to change the title? Is it that big of a deal? All right, I guess I'll do it. We're gonna be professional here. All right, let's go YouTube Studios. If you guys haven't liked the stream yet, like the stream. If you're not subbed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Let's go to content. Let's go to edit. Let's go to live. Let's go to edit. That way we make everyone understand that it is not CPI, but it is Friday, baby. Friday. You got a tea time, so, you know, looking to catch some pips and bounce. All right, we'll see if we can do that. Here we go. Let's save. Okay, title's good to go. All right, let's do it. Well, anyways, welcome in. Good to see y'all. Good to be back here. Great week so far. Great week, whether it was Asian, New York, London, phenomenal sessions all throughout the week. Another week of growth And yeah, man, we're ready for a new day here. So today is the 15th of May. It is Friday, and we've got ourselves another opportunity here to get closer and closer to the dream, get closer and closer to that that trader that you admire, the one that you visualize. So let's have a good time here today, put one foot in front of the other, and wrap this week up. Yeah, I don't think we have any news here today. We got some CAD news dropping at 8:30, but that's about it. And yeah, other than that, let's just jump right into it. Let's get into the technicals. Let's run through a fresh top-down analysis here, and let's see what we can come up with on Goldie. Y'all ready? Yeah, there he is. There's Shakes. There's Shakes. Let's get it. All right, let's see. Got my first payout in May secured this morning. We're getting, let's get it, brother. Congratulations. Congrats. Yeah, I know a lot of people locked in some profits this week and passed some accounts and got yourself some payouts and whatnot. So congratulations, and let's earn it again here today. Y'all ready? Let's do this. Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's talk about this. Let me just grab my tools, and let's start with Goldie here, man, because I mean, are we good or are we good? I mean, did we not anticipate this entire move, right, when it comes to the daily time frame, all the way from probably whatever day that was, right, the day that we moved up and created that little minor support there. We knew we had that little minor support formed. We also knew we had a resistance sitting up here, and that was our range, right? We trapped price in that range. As you can see, you know, you did close out like very weak doji, or I should say in our case inverted celery, but there was no move down at that point, right? Price had to move up. It had to probably retest these highs over here, you know, before actually making its way down. So what we noticed here was a bullish closure, right? And then another bullish closure, but that candle closed where? Below the range here, right? Below this range to the left-hand side. We did not close above that. Therefore, we were never really in position to, you know, move up here, right? Even when we broke the highs on this candle, right, we never had that closure there. So if you guys remember, this is when we began shorting the market, right? I don't know. I think this was Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday during Asian session, we caught sells from here. We caught more sells in New York session, and we've literally just been shorting the market ever since here. So you had a nice resistance formed, right, on gold here on that daily time frame. Next day, we did move down. The only issue was we closed above the range there, so didn't really have much of a closure. I think we did take sells this day too, so we made out, right? We made some money that day, but all in all, in terms of price action, a little tough, being that you closed right at support, right? But yesterday we took sells as well, and you know, price continued to go down. So even though we were at support, we still understood how and why this move can happen, right? And now look at us, we are breaking below. We're in this clean range now and just completely filled that range, right? We talked about this range yesterday, that if we can get a closure below, right, then most likely you will get the entire range to fill. And there it is, my friends. Pure price action, pure technical analysis using nothing but ranges and candlesticks, literally, right? So anticipating this move down, great move here today so far. Let's see what we do now though, because now we have filled the range, right? I think we can say, you know, we've tapped into a targeted area, and who knows, you know, maybe we could start to reject during the New York session today. Maybe not, we'll see. Let's go down to the 4 hour. We need some guidance here, right? We need some direction. Although the daily is tapping into support, that doesn't necessarily mean that it has to move down, right? If you guys remember, you know, at any point this candle can keep moving down. I'm sorry, it doesn't have to, you know, reject there, right? So let's see what happens. Let's let that 4 hour guide us here and see if we have any sort of rejections on the 4 hour. So we've been moving down for a while here. Wow. Yeah, you could just tell. Remember, I think it was yesterday, the day before, you had all these rejections up here. Finally, you get a closure below, and we've again filled this 4 hour range now at this point. Yeah, we're kind of like now in this, I would say, an observation zone, right? On the 4 hour chart, it would be lovely to see some sort of a bullish closure back above, and then we can start potentially looking for buys here, right? For the opportunity after that 4 hour to, you know, just catch a counter trend move or something, right? The bigger move I feel has already happened. Now we got to see if we're going to reject, or will we keep moving down here. So 1 hour candle, let's drop down to the 1 hour. 1 hour is ranging a little bit, so you got a support here, you got resistance right here at 76, and that is pretty much our 1 hour range. One thing I notice here is that you've got no top wick on that candle. Possibilities of us rejecting, right? If you can get a 1 hour closure above 76 here today, most likely that'll be the daily candle rejecting out of support, 4 hour candle rejecting out of support, and then you'll get the closure above here, and then we'll look to fill that range, right, to the left hand side. So could be going counter trend today. Not that we're getting risky with it, but just because of the pure fact that we're at targets, and you know, we have kind of tapped into those areas there. So let's see what happens. You know, you got some resistance here on the 30-minute as well. Possible opportunities to take buys above there. Let me just double check. That's that 4 hour high there. So yeah, possibilities to potentially take buys above on the 30-minute time frame. Let's see the 15. 15's decent. It's decent right now. I do think it's a little too early though to go ahead and sell, as this go ahead and buy, as this 4 hour candle, you know, may just literally flip bearish and continue driving right now. So I'm not going to say we need range to buys above, but we definitely need a closure above, and most likely another couple hits or, you know, taps into this level and then reject out of it. So we'll see if we can get that. The only way I take more sells, I guess, here would probably be, let's see the ranges. It's getting tight here now. It's getting tight. It's going to be tough. Going to be tough to take some more sells here. So if you do get a closure below, I mean, you do have the wick to fill. You've got some range coming down. I'd say probably into, yeah, like 26 here, but that's pretty much it. It's kind of choppy on the way down too. And again, the bigger move has really already transpired, right? This was kind of that big move down here. You got this trend, you know, this downtrend moving down, and now you're starting to come into these targeted areas. So let's hang tight. Let's see what happens here. We've got 24 minutes left on this 1 hour closure. Same deal with the 30-minute, and then the 15-minute. We'll get one more before the hour closure. So I think I'm going to wait on the hour closure here, wait for 9 a.m., and then go about my business from there. So yeah, beautiful move up here and a closure above. A re-break of that 4 hour high would probably get me pretty interested in buys. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but as of right now, not much of a trade. Don't really like this off of the 30, and then the 15 is giving you engulfing candle, but in my opinion, way too risky right now to take a buy with that 4 hour candle looking the way it does. So let's hang tight. Let's wait for the hour closure, get some more information, and then we can go from there. All right, cool. That's the hard part, right? That's technically the hard part. Now the easy part for me is waiting. I think for most traders that might be the easy part, and now the hard part is approaching, but I'm encouraging you to switch that around. You know, this is the tough part. Waiting is easy. Waiting for the right opportunity to fall into your lap and make a couple grand is easy, right? It's so worth it when you know you can win those trades, get away with a nice little win streak, collect some W's, and move on with it. So let's stay composed here today throughout the session and wait for our opportunities. The man, he's back. You know, we were just thinking about you, bro. Same analysis. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. That's the day. That's the day. Dun, dun. Can we go against the bias? Inverted celery on the buys. Target tap 6 a.m. Yeah, I think the earlier the better. Yeah. So now it's a little too late. You know, over here was probably the best. So now we want to chill and we want to wait for these breakouts. Yeah, 15 breakouts not bad either. 190. That's 192 pips on that 15-minute time frame. So that works too. Yeah, any closures above, and at that point we get that opportunity to break the 4 hour high here. So all right, that's it. How'd you guys do? How'd you do in pre-New York? How'd you do in Asian last night? London? Asian was a range game for us. Yeah, you had this big move down, just kind of came down in a matter of a minute, and then from that point it just literally just ranged the entire session. 30-minute was absolutely chalk. Look at that. Very tough. Very tough. Yeah. Not interested. Not interested. An example of range 1, range 2? I thought you said EG like a 1992 to like 1990, I think it was 1996 bubble back in the day. I was like, wait, EG. Yeah, an example of, how's the music? Is the music loud or is it just me? Let me lower that just a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But all right, range 2 breakouts, right? So if your higher time frame, like the 4 hour, is bearish, right? Then let's say the 4 hour, right? Then what's going to happen is over here on, let's say, a 15/30 minute time frame, right? You're going to have price that might be consolidating a little bit, right? Between, like, you know, the pullback here plus the little pullback, right? So you get this, you know, obviously you get a little wick, right? So that kind of pulls price back. And, you know, if you think about it, that could be this range right here on the 30. You got price kind of ranging like this, trying to make a, you know, a move on the lower time frame. So what happens is, let me just make that a little bit better, a little bit more professional here. So you'll have this range, right? That's on the lower time frame, like the 15 or the 30. And what'll happen is you'll have, let's say, buys above, sells below. So when I first started trading, I used to think, okay, cool. Yeah, that should be pretty simple. You know, find the range, find the clean traffic that, you know, that looks good to the left-hand side. The same things I teach you guys, right? Look for that clean range and then look for opportunities to trade in that range. So what will happen is a lot of times on the lower time frames, you will want to look for those range 2 breakouts when you're going against a higher time frame. So if you're following me, the higher time frame, which is the 4 hour, is what? Right now, what bias is that? What bias do we have there? We're gonna have some class participation in here. Some class participation. What's up, Green? The assistant teacher's here now. Bearish, that's right. I know YouTube's a couple seconds delayed. I'll try. I'll get that fixed up on Monday. So we're bearish, right? So that means if we are going to look for opportunities here, then what we want to do is we want to take buys, but we want to make these buys range 2 buys. And then if we're going to take sells, right, we're going to make this clean sells. Let me just get rid of everything. Hold on 1 second. All right, so we would have range 2 buys and then sells. Why would we have range 2 buys here and not just buys above? Why? So we got range 2 buys above on the closure. We got just sells below. Yep, we're going, yes, exactly. So we're going against the higher time frame, right? If we do go long here. So, and the reason is because a lot of times what will happen is the market will throw you a clean closure, right? Beautiful closure. It'll look beautiful. You'll have clean range to the left. Everything will look so nice and good, right? And this is typically where you will experience a fake out. So the reason we wait for range 2 buys here is because a lot of times what will happen is price will move up and this high right here will finish the job on this top wick, right? So now what happens is you get tapped in as a buyer and price starts driving back down in the range. So what happened is where you took this buy position was right where my arrow is on that new 4 hour top wick. So that 4 hour does not want to go up, right? It looks like it wants to go down. So what will typically happen is when you're going against those higher time frames and you get that breakout, you want to wait here. You want to wait for a break and retest or the fake out, right? Because if you get that fake out, now you know, okay, I can start taking my sells because it's likely now that fake out right here was what grabbed liquidity, right? Put this top wick in play, and now at that point, right, the higher time frame is ready to drive, right, bearish and do its thing. So that's why we wait for those range 2 breakouts. When I first started trading, I just put buys above, sells below, and I noticed that you know, I was getting faked out. I was like, how could I avoid that? How could I avoid that? How could I avoid that? And I noticed that not every time, but most times that I was getting faked out, when I looked at the 4 hour, this is where I was taking a buy. So at that point, we learned to say, hey, you know what? That will typically on the 15-30 minute time frame over here will be a false breakout. And instead of waiting for the buys there, let's wait for the fake out, right? So we can get that fake out and start taking sells on that next candle, anticipating this 4-hour candle to drop down. So does that make sense? Does that make sense? So really, you're not even looking for range 2 buys. You're really hoping for a fake out, right? In this place right here, because now you can stay with that higher time frame direction. So yeah, that's typically what I like to look for, how I do it. If I'm going against a 4-hour, I'm going to wait for range 2, opportunities in that direction. Clip it. Clip that, son. All right. Hopefully that makes sense. Because the 4 hours bearish, fake out on range 1. Yes, correct. Correct. Perfect. In my opinion, how low could gold go? I don't have many opinions, I'll be honest. What do I see? I see that price can go down to probably 45.31, 45.25. If we make our way through there, then I can see 44.98. Basically, basically 4,500. 4,500. Yeah, we'll go with that. That sounds good. That sounds like a guru answer. 4,500. Psychological bank number, Market makers. 15-minute range below 1 hour. Can we still take the 15-minute? Yeah, you can still take it if it closes below. Yep. But we're likely to close back above here, I believe. So we'll have to, just see what happens. Either way, I'm waiting for the 1 hour closure. You can, you got sells below, but it's a little choppy. It really is. Don't have the best range down there, but yeah, if things still look good, I'll still take the trade. Learned something new. Never knew that. Makes so much sense. Yes. Hey, think about that. That's little pieces, and you wonder, hey man, how come I can't get the results like Nick's getting yet? Well, there you go. That's another piece of the puzzle that just when you thought you understood this, boom, holy crap, I don't know anything, right? So it's like there's so many little nooks and crannies to, get into when it comes to these markets and find ways to, understand and read price action better. You're welcome. You're welcome. Who's down to stand with me and DJ Scratches through this session? I am. I'm standing today. I can't be sitting no more, man. Can't be doing it. NQ, yeah, let's take a look at the NASDAQ. The DAQ. All right, let's get rid of these. Let's move over to the daily. Whoa, okay. All right, so we got some confidence out of this bearish candle here on NQ. We came down, broke through the lows, 4-hour drive-in, no bottom wick, continuing to drive. We are coming into support now, though, so we'll see what happens. Maybe this will be our opportunity, right, to continue to move back up here. You've got some support sitting here. You've got another minor support right at 81 there. So possible observation zones. I'd like to maybe either see a move in and then a fake out, right? And then we start buying on the way back up, or a move down, a retest, a breakout below, and then we keep selling here. Man, NQ is so easy today. Imagine that. That's it. That's my whole analysis right there on NQ. So gonna observe this range right here, see what happens. I'm not taking any trades in that zone. If we can get back above it, I think those buys will come out with a target tapped idea on the higher time frames. If we can break below, stay below, close, and then enter this new range, then I think we got all that clean traffic to the left, and I'll look to, potentially continue shorting. So yeah, that's it. That's it. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. Good morning, Zach. What's goody? Why 1 hour closure? Why not? It's either that or we take a buy or sell right now. Which one you want to do? Buy or sell, buy or sell. There's no trade. You know, there's no trade, number one. The 1 hour gives us a lot more information, right? Especially with us kind of ranging here. We get either a close, like a bullish closure or a closure below. So that's the main reason. You know, you get a lot more information at that point. So. The most tedious game. Yes, sir. You gotta be patient. The market's they only reward that patience and discipline, man. Clinky. Clink, 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 clink. Has made his return to the New York session after a couple days.
Brother. I missed 2 sessions. It felt like, I don't know, a month. I'm back, baby. Yes, sir.
Back in action.
What's up, man? How you feeling?
Incredible, bro. You?
Nice. Me too. Yeah. Phenomenal.
Feeling like it's my birthday.
Shoo.
Remember that day, my birthday? Feeling
Birthday
better than
every
that.
day.
Better than that.
Nice, man. Let's get it.
How you feeling?
Incredible, man. Yes, sir.
Let's go. Let's go. We missed you in Asian this week.
Bro, I know. You've been taking both cells like in New York, and I don't know about Asian, but I know New York though.
Yeah,
Damn.
Asian, we've been milking the cells too.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I've been doing nothing but shorting gold here pretty much all week.
Bro, I know. Insane.
You seen all the Asian trades too? Beautiful setups.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Lovely setups.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah. Those New York look good. I saw it in your story too.
Yeah, the New York trades have been awesome as well. Very, very good setups. It's been a good week. It's been a good month. I think the first day of the month started off a little red. Had one red day, 1 or 2 red days last week, and that was it. That was it.
Nice.
I think one red day last week, 1 red day the week before. Other than that, we're moving and grooving here.
Yeah, we have to feel the pressure a bit. Nice.
Yes, sir. How many losing streaks have I been on, or in a row or something? I think my biggest losing streak was 7 days in a row. 7 red days in a row. Just couldn't hit. Yeah, just couldn't hit. Yeah, and you're gonna run into those. You know, every now and then you're gonna have losing streaks. You're gonna have red days, red weeks, red months. It's part of the game. You know, all part of the game. But since then, probably like
February?
Yeah, I think since then maybe like two days in a row, maybe. If that, yeah, like 2. I don't know. Maybe there was a 3-day losing streak. I don't think there was since then, but yeah, probably like 2 days in a row.
Yeah, I don't really think it has happened like that since then.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I remember that though. But some of the trades you even look back and it was like,
yeah, it was really
some of them
neat.
were some of the stupid trades too.
Exactly.
So it's like you could have easily been fixed.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the good part about it. So
yeah, like when I went for mentorship on that, and I told them also, like, that was when Kingston was born. Plus we were moving, so I was living in one place, and we were like living in 2 places at one time trying to get our stuff. So there was other things happening, and I find that funny how that directly correlates with, you know, a losing streak, right? Where I just had a new baby. My attention was elsewhere. I was moving, right? I was moving from place to place, and I find it interesting that the losing streak happened right there. And then again, when I go back and I look at the trades, they go, yo, you know, two of these days I probably shouldn't even have been involved in the trade. So yeah, and you know, when I got mentored on it, he said, dude, I mean, like, execution is your edge, buddy. Like, don't overcomplicate this thing, right? You had a lot of stuff going on. It probably just kind of distracted you at the desk. Try not to let that happen again or often, and you are good to go. Keep executing on your system. So that's what I did. And then we haven't had a red. I think we've had probably a handful of red weeks since then, and that was 2.5, almost 3 years ago, I think. So losing is not bad, right? losing isn't that bad if it got me better, right? It's just when you
It
lose
certainly
and you
did.
don't learn and you don't do anything about it, that's where, you know, it's pointless. It's worthless. So there's nothing wrong with losing, nothing wrong with failing, but, you know, at least produce a profit from it, eh?
Yeah, man. When you're going through hell, why stop?
Why stop?
You know, keep going.
Yeah. When you stand, you stay more focused. Yes, sir. Was
Was
the
that a
losing
sign
streak?
that I should probably stand up here?
Yeah, Magnus actually not standing today. He's sitting. He's sitting today.
Bro, I just had a like 1.5 hour walk.
Oh, nice,
Oh,
dude.
let me sit for a minute here.
You know, we're trending here in TTE with our long walks. So if
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
haven't joined the party yet, I would recommend either today, tomorrow, the next day, block out a little bit of time, leave your phone at home, just go for a long walk, an hour or two. Just walk.
Yeah.
Good walk.
Feels
Sometimes
great.
all you need is a good walk, a good walk all by yourself.
True.
That's all. You'll be all right. You don't have to overtrade and over risk. Just take a nice walk.
Take a nice walk.
How do I join the clubhouse? Just hit ! clubhouse and the link will pop up for you. Yeah. Oh yeah, you too. Yeah. Please share the link. Yeah. Hit ! clubhouse. It'll pop up. You know what? I forget. I don't know. Was that losing streak? I think it was 2023, but I can't. Don't quote me on that. I think 23. Yeah. You never lose, baby. You're only learning. That's right. Continuous learning journey. And it's fun, man. Life is
Spot on,
growth.
man.
Growth is life. I'm still learning today. I have nowhere near what I feel like I could accomplish in terms of impact and just the change that we can make around the world. We're literally just getting started at this point. End of 2023. That's right. The end of 2023. Yeah, Kingston was born in yeah, that makes sense. Or the beginning of 2024. Yep. How did I recover? I just showed up every day and look for the next best trade, brother. That was it. I cleared my mind, right? I understood that my system worked even when all the guys on YouTube chat and everything was saying, "Yo, switch the strategy. Other streamers are moving away from your strategy." I was like, what?
No.
What do I have to do with any other streamers, right? I just had to, just review my data. A lot of times, like we, when we get into these situations emotionally, we kind of, look right at the day or the micro, but kind of step back, take a macro look at everything, and you realize I'm killing it. I'm killing the game. What am I stressed about? What am I worried about? I've got payouts coming in. I've got withdrawals happening. Yeah, I had a bad week, but it is what it is. I'm gonna stand tall here and just keep executing. So what I did was I lowered my size. I started executing, and I believe it or not, I think after that we went on a 12-day win streak or something like that. It was insane. So
Yeah,
I slowed down a little bit.
Sick.
I lowered my size. I got green back on the board. I got the heck out of that month, right? It was just one of those months, dude, where it's like, my God, I couldn't wait to be in the following month, and then that following month gave me a clean slate, and I leveraged that opportunity to step back in and make it happen.
Crazy. Incredible.
Yes.
Yeah, W, man. It's funny how every single time someone like, I just got a new XFA, or I just got this, or what should I do next? It's like next best trade. Execution is always the answer.
Literally.
Next best trade.
Kind of sounds like I don't care, or I didn't think the answer, or I'm not taking you serious, but I promise you that's always the best advice I can give anyone.
Literally.
Is stop being a wussy, show up for the next session, and take the best trade according to the playbook.
Fire.
No crying in the casino, Did I take any trades today? I have not. No, I have not. We sat through Asian session. We had a lot of consolidation right around here, so we didn't really get a chance to take anything in Asian. Yeah, so nothing yet. All right, let me get rid of these before I start getting hungry for waffles. Big M, you got it?
It looks like
You got it? The waffle strat. The waffle strat. If you guys are ever in a pinch and you don't feel like you're doing that good, just use the waffle strat. Just show up next month, look for the best trades.
always helps.
Let go my ego. If our first trade hits stop loss in a day, should we consider it a losing streak and should we move on to the next day? No, just one trade is not a losing streak. A losing streak is probably, I would consider it like 2 or more. Like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or two or more trades or days or whatever. So yeah, I wouldn't even think that deep into it. Just don't worry about losing trades. Just make sure you take really, really good setups. Some of those really, really good setups are going to lose. You're going to do everything right, they're going to lose. Losing trades is your least concern, gang. You and your mind should be number one priority, because it's always the mind, right, that either makes you or breaks you. So that should be the number one priority. That's why we talk about it often. The strategy comes second to the mental composure, to the ability to control yourself. So you got to work on that first. Otherwise, it doesn't matter what technical strategy you run into, you'll always blow it, right? With that, really irresponsibility, right? Being irresponsible. Yo, I like that. 7 days in a row. It's just 25%. Yeah, that's trust me. I kept it as positive as I possibly could. I mean, the way I seen it was, I was like, yo, some of these 8-figure, 9-figure traders that I study, they all talk about losing streaks. This is really my first good losing streak after quote unquote being profitable, right? And like consistently. So I was just pumped up to, be experiencing what other 8 and 9-figure traders experience.
Yeah, I remember one of your stories from back then. I remember watching and I was like, damn, that's a mentality right there. Because you said something like, I'm so happy and grateful now that what you just said there, like you experience what they experienced too.
Yep.
You see how it's the same experience too. It's just how we react to it. It's insane. So all about perception.
Yeah, it had everything to do with my mind and the way I perceived it in my mind.
Because if you saw that as failure and a sign for you to switch strategies, this wouldn't be here right now.
Exactly. So it's all about perception, man. All about perception.
Insane, man.
What do you say about monthly return from trading? It's good. Yeah, work on it. Well, let me know how much a stop loss on each trade should be to pass 50K challenge. It's not about the stop loss and where it should be. It's about getting into great trades and great trades only. It's about avoiding the good trades and, getting into the great ones. So it's just about patience and discipline to familiar price action on what works. It doesn't have much to do with the stop loss. If you can't take enough good quality trades in a row, you'll never pass or get funded or anything like that. So you got to string together good trading. Like, gang, that's the answer to all your questions. You have to string together good trading. You have to trade well, right? For an extended period of time. You can't just trade well one day or 2 days or 1 week, right? You have to really commit to performance over profits, right? And again, that's when the profits will come. So you have to string together good trading, do well, don't deviate. Notice how whenever you follow your trading plan, whenever you follow the playbook, you get good results. Am I lying? But whenever you go off the playbook, that's where you tend to get messy. All right, you don't have to answer. Just go look at your data and tell me if I'm lying or not. Every time you string together 2, 3, 4 weeks of trading this playbook, you make money. When you go against it, you end up losing money and returning back to your old thought process, your old way of being. So what does that tell you? Right? What is that? What answers can you get from that? start trading that playbook all the time. Someone said, man, are you scared to take a trade now? Yeah, actually I am.
Hella scared.
I'm extremely frightened to go against a playbook that produces me profits. I made $50,000 last month trading. All right, that was a dream that's a dream come true, right? I am going to follow this plan, right? I am extremely afraid to go against it, right? When it produces me that type of result. So hopefully you guys can get as afraid as I am to break your plan and go against it, so that way you can string together that consistent profit as well. It's true for you? Yeah, man, it's true for so many. It was true for me. It was true for me. And then you know what? That actually gave me confidence, because when I went against a plan, I lost. And when I was, you know how you get to that stage where you start questioning whether or not you're actually doing this thing or you're getting lucky? Bro, right there, I knew, okay, this isn't luck. This is pure alignment. Me lining up, following my system is the only reason I'm getting good results right now, because when I break it, I don't get good results. So I remember right then and there, like, boom, a light went off. It's like, okay, I'm not getting lucky. When I follow this plan, I make money. When I go against it, I lose money, right? And I made a still small voice made a decision in my mind that I will not break this playbook ever. There you go. See, a lot of you guys get it. Stay on the beaten path. You know what I mean? No reason to go off. I mean, that's like, that's like going somewhere and every time you go there, they hand you money and then you just stop going there. Like, there's a place that you go and all of a sudden people are over here and they go, hey, welcome. They're like a bunch of hippies, you know? They go, dude, you need a couple bucks? And you're like, wow, really? Yeah. They're like, yeah, you want some food? We got food, we got money, we got water. You're like, oh my God, it's the greatest place ever. Right? And then over here, every time you go over here, these guys, they rob you. They beat you up. They steal all your money. They give you black eyes. Right? Which one are you going to go to? And why would you ever go over here again? Right? If this is just pain and misery, right? Wouldn't you want to go hang out with these guys? Yeah? I don't know. For some reason, I just understand that. I think that's a no-brainer. So that's like the playbook, right? Outside the playbook is you're going to get beat up, robbed, right? Playbook, you're going to be fed. You're going to have a good time. You're going to be met with love, yeah? All right, Goldie, here we go. More rejections. Big M, you got that one? Facts. I went on tilt yesterday, unfortunately. There you go. You know, and it doesn't, bro, if I go, Mr. Nick Stewart himself, if I go against this trading plan, I will get bad results as well, right? It's not like I'm not just like I'm in now, right? It's not like you can commit for a certain period of time and you're in, right? That's it. Now you could be profitable. You got to earn this every day. Every day.
So true. Yeah, it's like we focus on it as like an end goal to begin with, but it's something that we gotta pay rent to every single day. It's something that gotta like be sustained by our own discipline and patience here in the charts every single day. Gotta be nourished, because otherwise we'll lose it. You know, You can stop being profitable right now. Just take bad trades or don't follow the playbook.
Exactly. I could have went and took that sell right there when the candle didn't close below. Right? That little move right there would have just been breaking my plan.
Yeah.
Wow, look at these ranges here. This thing is 130 pips. Holy smokes. 4 hour is trying to get down, but just unable to crack the code here.
Bro, I see that.
We got some powerful candles coming up here, though, so we'll see how we do. We got 9:15, 9:30, and 9:45 all coming up here.
Oh, yeah. I'm interested to see these closures.
Same.
See if you close below here. We gotta wait to fill though. And the 4 hour haven't really made that big of a move down yet. I mean, it has, but not the current candle.
Yep. Yeah. When was the last time I went off tilt? Last time we went off tilt. I don't know. Maybe sometime last year. After I had some XFAs, already got payouts on them. Probably just went crazy, you know. But again, that's also planned too. Like my tilt is planned. Because there'll be times where I get a payout or 2 payouts on certain accounts, and then I will, again, kind of plan the off tilt, right? Where I'll just wing it and risk the whole account, whether that's going really big on my size, or maybe that's not having a stop loss and holding, you know, or something like that. I mean, other than that, it's usually planned, and it's usually after I take a payout or 2 on a certain account, and then I'm just going swinging for the fences on like some type of trade or something. Yeah, wow, here we go, back down. We made that top wick here, so let's see about these closures, man. If we can hang tight, you know, you got the wick to fill, and 4 hours still bearish here. 5 minutes left. Plan your payout. Plan for payout on instant 50K? Yeah, definitely plan for payout. Always. Do you have a video in the TT community about what to do with your first payment? No, I mean, that's different for everybody. You know, there's no like specifics that you should do with your money. I mean, it's your money, you know, so you do what you like with it. Yeah, I always recommend, you know, if you've, you know, do something nice for yourself. You know, if you get a couple $1,000 payout or something like that, like take a G and just do something with it. You know, have some fun. You earned it. How much risk do I usually use in Asian session? And if Asian is an L, then will you trade in New York session? If yes. I don't really go by that. I don't like have a certain percentage I risk. On my live account, I like to risk anywhere from 5 to 10% of it. So that's usually 5 is my low risk or half, and then 10 is my full. So yeah, so that's usually what I'll do. And then if I do lose and I find another good trading setup in New York, yeah, I'll take that trade. Yep, sometimes I lose a trade and we find a trade in the very same session, you know, and go ahead and get the loss right back there too. So yeah, again, anytime a playbook setup shows up, whether I'm in the green, whether I'm in the red, you know, usually I'm gonna look to take that trade. That's how I get a lot of my losses back too, you know, as I'm not afraid to get back in, but it's got to be a, you know, it's got to be a valid playbook setup that I'm comfortable with. Sometimes I'll even go bigger. Like there was an Asian session, I think it was what, Chad, it was like what, maybe 3 weeks ago or something like that, where we lost a trade. And then, you know, another perfect opportunity showed up to give it a second chance, and I went even bigger on that trade. So, yeah, I think the first one was half, and then the second one was full. So, yeah, you can't let, like, losses and stuff keep you out and all that. You know, again, you got to wait for the right opportunities, but, you know, don't get all scared and hesitant after you take a loss. What's up, Johnny Gems?
Yo, what's
Hey,
goody?
how are you?
What up,
Mr.
boys?
Gems, let's get it. What's up, man?
Rafi, how we feeling? The
Yo,
boys are here on a Friday.
Happy Friday.
Oh yeah.
Happy Friday. Happy
Good
Friday.
morning,
Friday.
my brothers.
Friday.
Yeah.
How we feeling? How we feeling?
Friday.
What's up, Rafi?
Yo,
Rafi,
good to
what
see
up,
you,
brother?
champs. Man, Friday. Crazy. What happened to the week? I feel like it was just Monday the other day.
Bro, where's Monday?
I know.
Yeah, man. Monday, see ya.
Monday. How you
In
doing?
the past.
Damn, man.
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's have a blessed session. Was good, chat. Ready to be
Gonna be a great day today.
Oh,
Facts.
yeah. Can't believe we're closer to next Monday now.
Facts.
Wait, what?
Crazy,
Oh, yeah,
man.
not for real.
Halfway of the
Yeah.
month.
We're
already,
closer to
man.
next Monday than we were to last Monday.
Yeah, man.
For real, for real.
Yo,
That's
I
some
got one
average
goal today.
thing, yo. I can hear someone average saying that, like, "Yo, how you doing?"
Hey, yo.
Closer to next Monday than I was to last Monday.
No,
What?
for real.
What? Come up with that?
So funny, man.
Oh man.
I'm ending in a good, positive way. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh man, nothing but great things will happen to us today. Even if
Amen.
they're disguised in something that you think is not great. Still great.
Yes, sir.
That was the most typing Johnny ever did.
I
I seen
had to
him.
let some.
We were on a roll, you know.
Had to help the chat members out too. That didn't get questions answered. I got y'all.
Johnny Gems got you guys.
Yes, sir.
Johnny Jams coming through, man.
Yes, sir.
Johnny, you're heading out this weekend, yeah?
Yes, I am. Yep. One more day here today, and then I'm gone.
Sheesh. Don't say it like that, man. Sounds
Yeah,
doesn't sound good.
Doesn't sound good for real.
I'll be out of this state for a while.
Exactly. One more day here, and then I'm out of the state.
Out of the state.
Oh, where you at now, John?
I'm in Florida now, but I'm gonna be heading to New York, and by Monday I'll be in New York.
Oh, nice.
You driving?
For the next stream. Yes, sir. We're gonna make a road trip out of it.
Road trip.
Nice.
Road trip vibes.
Make sure you get your snackies. Don't be getting any of that stuff that you know.
Be fasting.
Yeah. Fasting.
Yeah, I'm
My
fasting.
brother fasted for like 17 hours while
Yeah, I'll be
they-
fasting.
Too easy.
I'll be fasting. 1 meal a day. That's what I do.
Bro, don't be getting no Twinkies, bro.
Hell no. Never.
Bro,
Twink.
hopefully you don't start your next meal with like something I don't even know.
I know. Definitely no Twinkies then.
Oh.
1 meal a day. Keep it to ground beef, steak, or chicken.
What'd you guys do after Asian last night?
What up,
Hello?
Jimmy?
Hello?
I slept.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Went to bed.
Hello, man. That was a
Oh.
tough question. People just like, what's going on here?
It's just loaded like.
What'd you guys do after Asian last night?
Nothing, man. Literally nothing. Slept.
No.
Some of you guys like,
Yeah.
I don't even want to remember what happened last night when we got off Asian. I really thought gold would go down at that moment, but I risked 3 accounts on that sell.
Sheesh.
I don't even want to think about it. Buys are valid? Not really. Nope. So no closure yet. No buys yet. Yeah, nothing here. Nothing. 9:30 though. Can we get something for 9:30? Locked out. Nice, nice. Let's go watch some charts. All right, nice. W. Let's go. Yeah, I spent like I think I spent like an hour and a half just watching different, looking at just dream building, honestly, like looking at different properties on 100 acres, 200 acres, 300 acres, because we're getting ready to pump the TT compound at some point here. It's going down. We've talked about it too much. It's manifesting itself into existence.
Time to make it happen, bro.
Yeah.
Time to make it happen.
When was the last time y'all went dream building? If it's been a while, this is your friendly reminder that this weekend, man, why not go sit in a car that you want to get? Why not go look at some homes that you want to get into? Why not go to the malls and go to the stores and, you know, check out some of the things that you want to buy for yourself or somebody else? Go touch them, feel them, smell them. There's, you know, nothing like dream building. If you're feeling a little rusty, if you're feeling like you're like, I'm not really feeling myself, go out and touch the dream. Go see the dream. Go, you know, be around it and just get it crystal clear again. So that way you come back next week nice and fresh.
Hell yeah, bro. Honestly, make that a non-negotiable too. Me and my girl love to do that every single weekend, drive around beautiful homes, and it's amazing. It fuels me, honestly, because it gets me touching on my goals. It reminds me of the feeling I'll get right when I have achieved that goal, and that feeling to me is so amazing that I never want to be undisciplined to my plan because of that feeling, right? So, yeah, go touch your dreams, man. Make it a non-negotiable too.
Check this one out. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Imagine pulling up to the crib.
That is.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Come on.
I'm coming. You tell
How
me.
big can you dream? This
Where's
ain't even
that,
even all of the vision.
Oh, it's Tennessee? Sheesh,
Yes, sir.
bro. Yeah, we're just me and
Sheesh,
Courtney
man.
were talking about that actually.
Look at this.
All this is all your land right here. Look at this.
Oh, I love that.
Honestly, I'll just go walk in that. Give me like the Titanic music in the background. I'm just gonna go walk in there. Just go walk in that field. Feeling
I might take
blessed.
a kilo and sit over there somewhere.
Let's get it.
Sheesh.
Why not
It
us?
is, man.
Why not us?
Yeah, it's made for someone.
Yep. Simple. My true vision is a little bit more extravagant than this, but you guys get the point.
Damn, bro, that's like a dream.
The dream, baby.
I love that.
Why not? Why not, gang? Why not you? All right, here we go. So we're starting to get some movement up. I think maybe we can adjust this here too. You know, you got 100 plus pip range sitting above there. So I don't see why not. You know, if we can get a closure back above or anything like that, I think that we can potentially catch the rejections now off of the 4-hour candle, off of the daily candle here, tap it into support. 1 hour looks good to start popping back up. 30-minute also looks great here. So 30 closures look awesome to take buys off support, buys off closures
Really
above.
good.
Just wait on it.
Yes, sir. And with that, bro, where is West Tennessee? Is that like close to Florida, or is that like way off?
It's not that close to Florida, no, but it's still,
Okay.
you know, not that far either.
Cool. It looked good though. Looked very nice.
I've never flew from Tennessee to Florida, but I can't imagine it being any more than like an hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Flying, yeah?
yeah, flying.
Yeah, not bad. Bro, once you've done 20 plus hour flights, an hour, 2 hours, that's just
Bro,
just an appetizer.
Yeah.
literally, bro.
You know?
You know what I usually do for like 2-hour rides? I plan for like 20-hour rides. You ever take like a 20-hour ride? You're like, damn, we're 2 hours in already? Seems like we've only been driving for 20 minutes. I just be tricking my mind.
The best thing, bro. It's like I do sometimes also whenever like I'm struggling, you know, like I don't want to go to the gym today because, you know, you feel like tired or whatever. I tell myself, you just show up. Just show up. Just get yourself there. You're not gonna do anything. Just show up. Once you show up, bro, it's over.
Yep.
We're here. Let's get it.
I love that,
Everything
man.
shifts, bro.
That's
It's
really-
crazy.
I really think that's what consistency is about too. Just like showing up, like honestly, because then, like you said, Rafi, once you show it up, it's like, all right, what are you gonna do now? You're here.
I know, bro.
All
You were there. You're gonna go home again?
Every time.
All I left
No.
to do now is to do the activity.
Yeah, you're not gonna do anything, bro. Just show up, and
Yeah.
once you get in there, it's like, all right,
Yeah.
let's get it.
No doubt,
Look
no
at
doubt.
that. You know if someone's knocking on your door, you you know what's up. Imagine all the way back just to get to your house. Amazon gonna be like, damn, what's going on here?
Keep going.
Keep going.
I know you
keep
about a tip though.
going. Keep holy. Keep going. That's where it's at. Look at that.
Wow.
Now
So,
we're
you know.
here.
Oh my
Vision.
goodness.
Vision. Can you see yourself being invited? Say, come on over. TT games. TT tournaments. TT water sport event. I don't know. Holy TT mini golf. Why not?
Damn, bro. We there.
Why not?
You bet.
Got a Porsche GT3 RS, Lamborghini SVJ. Yeah, a little something. Look at that putting green. Let's go. I want you guys coming over to the
Too
TT compound.
So,
Where's the spa though?
Coming
I don't see the
soon.
spa.
That's what I was
Yeah,
telling
oh my
Anna.
God.
We could put spa. We could put saunas.
Yo.
We can do.
oh, you go
anything we
swimming in
want.
there too.
Yeah.
Yo, I was trying. That's what I was doing yesterday. We were just because, like I said, we're gonna move from this place, and we're like, okay, so we're thinking, okay, can we just add a sauna into this? I'm like a whole spa thing. It was gonna be better just to buy a new home. You know, it's just crazy.
Word.
Yeah, I probably have to go out there and rent for like maybe a year and scope it out. Go back and forth from like there to Florida, and yeah.
Tennessee, huh?
Remember, Mr. V had a friend. This guy had a ton of land, and he said he's like, it was so cool because throughout my kids' life, we would change the land, you know. So when it was his daughter, when his daughter was 9, they made a whole horseback spot there where she would ride ponies and stuff like that. And then, you know, she fell out of that, and their son got into motocross. So they got rid of the horse thing. They rebuilt it to a full motocross, you know, course and all that. So it's like, no matter, like, in different seasons of life, you can move the dirt around, move the land around, and, you know, once you have that property, you can really do anything. Anything, man, anything. Golf simulator, yeah, there might be a whole like, I don't know, 9-hole golf course or something going on there too. It's a vibe. Golf simulator,
Yeah, it's coming.
no doubt. TTE Olympics. Yeah, we want to create a place where, you know, we can fellowship with you all and have you guys over, bring your kids, bring your spouse, like just have a good time, just good old-fashioned fun. Good old-fashioned fun. Building a golf course? Yes, yeah. That's gotta happen. All right, here we go. 5 minutes on this closure, but the buys above do look pretty good at the moment. So let's see if we can get involved here in a couple minutes.
Yeah, I like it.
It's Friday, baby.
Super
Friday.
clean. Super clean to the left.
Very, very clean here. 30 above looks great.
Yep.
Doomsday bunker. That I'll never tell anyone when I build that. That might already be built. Nobody knows nothing. All right, there we go. Breaking the highs now, right before 9:30. Can you give me a plan for a payout in 50K instant funded account? Like, what kind of plan? What kind of plan would you like? What kind of plan? Risk, trading, thought process, system. Tennessee's not that bad to get to. Yeah, Jacksonville. Yeah, it's really not. I want to basically spend the summers in like a little bit the Northeast and then come back for the winter. Because Florida, I don't know if there's a better place in the winter than Florida, man. I mean, it's almost perfection.
It really is.
How come you didn't take the 4-hour buys? 15-minute down here. Just we're too bearish, right? You know, at the 4-hour. I want to see the 30-minute candle close above here. Plan to risk and instant funded. For a 50K, I would jump on the MGC chart and I would look to like, so I would do full risk at like 10 MGCs and then half risk at 5, and you'll be good there. Like at that would almost be impossible to like blow those accounts. If you want to go a little higher, then I would say 10 on your low and then 15 on your high. And at that point, you're still below 2 GC contracts. So just make sure you're using MGC and then do either, 5 and 10 or 10 and 15 for full risk and half risk. And then go watch the playbook video that I have on YouTube, and do not take any trades that don't line up with that system, and you will win long term. Range 2 buy. This technically would be a range 2 buy. I mean, I wouldn't have taken the buy off this support. I needed, this candle here. I would need that resistance first, which it looks like we're getting it, and then this is going to be like our, second range up. So yeah, basically the 15-minute is still range 1, and then this is range 2.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I'm looking at it too right now.
Same here.
Yeah, either way. I mean, how come we're waiting? Either way. I mean, I wouldn't take a trade in this ever. You know what I mean?
Why are we waiting? We're waiting for our edge.
Yeah, not only are we waiting for volume, not only are we waiting for range too, but we're also waiting for a clean range too. You know what I mean? This is dog crap right here. This is where the newbie traders trade.
You say it best, brother.
Sure. It's just
That's where the
confusing.
newbies
It's
take trades.
indecisiveness.
Yeah.
Nothing there.
Yeah, chat. If you didn't know too, why we need to see clean range in our trade, it's because history repeats itself in the markets, right? So what typically happens to the left-hand side, we could typically count on to happen currently, you know? So you see clean ranges, who wants a clean push in their trade? Who wants a clean candle in their trade? I definitely do. So we got to trade with clean range to the left if that's the case.
Yep. Looking for another payout? Is there a consistency rule for a second payout on top step? I don't think so, no. But I think they just changed their rules, so yeah, you got to look into that. It just depends on what account you have. Apparently the accounts from last year are not the same accounts from this year, and so yeah, you just gotta read up on the rules. How come YouTube has a longer lag and stuff? We're trying something out with streaming on multiple platforms, so that probably has a lot to do with it, but I think I found the fix. So Monday we'll test it and see if it works. I'll try and give you guys the heads up 30 seconds. 30 seconds before I give the real heads up. So 11 seconds coming, probably won't be a trade here. Unfortunately. Looked like we were going to pop. But nothing.
Yep.
Nothing. Yeah, so we could move up here, but that's not for me.
Oh, let's wait on it.
And this is why we wait for candles to close.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Some people may have been thinking like, yo, he's looking for buys above. So as soon as this candle breaks through the high of the range, then I'm going to take a buy because he's looking for buys above. I can get a discount entry. But little do you understand, you need to wait for candles to close, right? To really be profitable in this game. So yeah, this is why, right? You take that buy there, and then what happens? The candle closes all the way back at the bottom of the range.
Bro, for real.
And now you're in
every time.
Yep. And then you never know. I mean, this candle can, again, that 4 hours still bearish, right? So this candle can just melt. So it can happen that quick. That quick.
Yep. Chad, I got 2 tips for you. Wait for candles to close and take 1 or 2 trades a day.
Hey, those are my tips.
Better.
Hey, those were my 2 tips I was going to give them.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see what happens.
Sorry, bro.
NQ's a gunner or a gunner? Is it a gunner or a gunner? Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, we did fake out there. Oh, maybe 9:15. Oh, this was yeah, maybe 9 wouldn't have been too bad. Yeah, 1 hour could still move down here. Let's see what we do at the 1 hour. And we know that we're gonna get a lot of volume here now, so possibly we may even get a 1 hour like clean support being formed, right? Something like this, and nice candle like here, right at the support. So 10 a.m. could be the vibe here on NQ. Should get volume though. Johnny stole that.
Yes, sir. Stole it. You guys know no secrets here in trading.
What's up, Elk? Good to see you, man.
Elk.
Yo,
What's
yo.
happening?
Hey,
Elk in the building.
Elk. Didn't break the previous high until the last 5, so there wouldn't be an entry. Yeah, that's true. But some people don't follow that rule either. If you ain't following the closure above rule, chances are you ain't following the 5-minute rule.
Probably.
a lot of people actually don't follow the rules, believe it or not.
A lot of people come here
man.
and actually don't follow the system. Would you believe that?
They say
Well,
that
most important-
And then they ask,
right in front of their eyes, and they choose
Yeah,
to
how,
continue to deviate. It's crazy.
A lot of people don't have rules. They think they do, but they don't.
so
Okay, how can you follow rules when you don't have specific rules.
Right.
But I won't give up
Bro,
on
man.
them. We won't give up on y'all. We'll be here every day to consistently
real, man.
push you back onto the road.
Yeah.
But
And
it
to
happens
follow.
every day. You got to understand there's an 80-20 rule no matter what. How many people are here? Let's take a look. 1,200 people. Let's call it 1,000. 800 people are not following the rules consistently over and over, day after day. I know it. I know it. It's the golden rule. It's 80-20. So it's almost like a law. So if you are part of that 800, man, scoot yourself into the 20%, because at that point there's another 80-20. So you're nowhere near, that point yet, and you got to get in there, man. You got to get in there. And all it takes is following the system day after day, trade after trade, and just not sticking another stupid trade in between there anywhere. Because like I said, you could have got in here, and just like that, things can completely go south on you, right? And you're like, let me extend my stop. Maybe it'll be here. You know what, here. And it can completely just, where minutes ago you were sitting with 0 floating P&L. You were just chilling. And now all of a sudden you're battling this, right? And it's those impulsive just behaviors and decisions that trick you and the market lure you into thinking that you have to take a trade here today, that you have to take a trade right now. We don't have to do anything, right? We're just here to observe, and when the right price shows up, then we execute, right? Otherwise we put ourselves in holes like this, and what happens if the next candle now closes like this, right? And you got stopped out. And then here we go. Okay, guys, here we are, all smart. All right, everyone. The candle did close above, and I think it's ready to take buy, right? And here we go. Woohoo! I made $1,000, $10,000, right? And it's like why did I do that, right? Now you're sitting there thinking, I just got completely stopped out for no reason, and I couldn't even put money on the next trade after that happened. So I've been there, and it sucks, and it will keep happening and happening and happening until you actually make a change.
Facts, bro. If you're
So
new,
true.
if you're new as well and don't really have rules yourself, like, let me tell you the importance of them is that they're the solutions to your trading problems. All right, trading rules are the solutions to your trading problems. So you got a trading problem, then you just have to. Your solution is just giving yourself a rule to follow and make a non-negotiable in your day-to-day business. So it protects you from that problem. Like if I had a problem of over trading, right? Looking at my P&L, like, and my dad, I'm like, yo, I take a lot of trades, 5 trades plus in a day. I'm over trading. All right, here's my new rule: 1 to 2 trades a day. Now that rule, if I follow it, will protect me from over trading, right? Same thing for the entries, right? If you have bad entries, all right, a new rule: I only take playbook setup entries. Okay, boom, that's gonna protect me from bad entries now, right? So that's why they're so important. They instill the right decision making in you, basically.
Yep.
True,
That they
man.
do. That they do. All right, look at this. Do we fill the wick? I got it, but from the phone? We need a little enhancement on that one, the Big M. The waffle strategy. Stop playing. You will never win long-term breaking rules. It's a short-term high. Bam. Can everyone understand that? If you guys couldn't really understand the way we were putting it, can you understand this right here? You will never win long-term breaking rules. It's a short-term high. That's it. That's it. Short-lived. Buy gold. Wow, what a move. Yeah, we should definitely come into a 24 here now.
Straight down.
Gotta hit the market with the buy-sell strategy. We gotta confuse the market. I heard Top Step did a thing now. You can't hedge at all, right? Like no matter what.
I don't know.
They put something out like I think I seen it like probably a month ago.
Hedge, is that like taking a buy and sell?
Yeah, it's like taking a buy and like I think what people would always do is take buy on one account, sell on another or something, and then
Bro, it's not even trading.
and then they would get like a
So
payout on
funny.
one of them. So I guess Top Step was like, yo, we got to put an end to that.
Yeah, I bet. It's not even trading at all.
Yeah. Yup, definitely grab buyers. Yup, definitely grab the buyers up. This candle looked like it was about to close above, broke the highs, all that. So you know a lot of buyers got activated right there. Like, bro, what can we even do here? Nothing. You know, that's the thing. To be a trader, you gotta be cool at times with doing literally nothing. Nothing you can do. You know, you cannot force yourself on the market. You know, just it's gonna do what it wants to do, and until it does what you want it to do, you just gotta wait. You know, it's not easy. It's hard, right? To stay out. We can press a button at any time right now. I could have pressed sell at any moment and made money, right? Made thousands of dollars potentially today, but it's not that easy, right? You got to really follow system and follow your plan at all times.
Yeah.
All right, we should get 45.25 here. We should tap into this, and then if we start tapping there, that should do it. Like that should be the push on the daily. Filled the whole range.
Finally tapping into targets here.
Yeah.
Why do you have like 20? Oh, what was that? Why do you have like that a little bit lower than the support? Or don't you have like at 32?
Which one? The 25?
Oh, 25, that's just the lower time frame range is there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I think it's like a 30. Yeah, it's 30.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, cool.
Let's see. Grab some liquidity. Yep, I think so. I used to trade your playbook, then I found the fib was way better to trade for me. Awesome. Yeah, I used to trade the fib, and then I found the playbook was way better for me. So isn't that awesome? How like it just doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong, right? It's like whatever works best for you works best. You know, there could be one guy who traded the playbook and then found that the fib worked better than him for him. Me, I traded the fib. I learned that the playbook, you know, was better for me. So it's like there is no right or wrong. And you know, you gotta stick to one and just reap the rewards of that one. Don't try and reap the rewards of, you know, all of them. Because a lot of times that's not going to happen. You'll kind of mix your bias and mix your analysis and, you know, take the fibs and try and line it up with the onions, and it gets crazy. I passed my 50K combine. Give me a roadmap on what to do next. Don't change a thing.
Next trade.
Yo, you did, yeah. Whatever you did to pass, do that same thing to get a payout. Watch the playbook. I mean, the only thing I could recommend, because it's the only thing that has worked for me, is run the playbook. Learn the playbook, study the playbook, know it, and execute it. Fibs are, fibs are easy. Fibs are easy. I could see a fib right now. This 50% level right here. 50 or 61.8. Let's try it. A 50% level right here. Fibs are easy to spot with your eyes. You don't really need it. Hitting 4-hour target support soon. Yes. Yes, sir. Fine waiting. I'm tired of losing. I don't need to take a trade. I love you, bro.
Exactly, brother.
I love that.
The reason I take no trade some sessions is because I'd rather have a no trade session than a red session, right? If I take no trades, typically I'm doing that for a reason, to avoid potential harm, you know, potential loss. So
yeah,
hell
you know,
yeah.
I can almost hear the exhaustion in the comment itself. You know what I'm saying? Like I also been there too, so I know what it's like. I'm just gonna wait, man. I'm tired of losing. Like I'm just tired of losing all my accounts. Like let me just follow this system, right? Like I know what that's like. I can almost feel the exhaustion there, and yeah, man, get yourself some relief and wait, and only take playbook setups.
Yes, sir.
If I had 1K, how would I use it for fun and enjoy myself and think about? Would you read? I only thought of ways of investing into bills. I would probably go. I'd probably go to a nice golf resort. I bring my family so we could do it as like a family thing, and spend a weekend in a nice hotel right now, and just mob out, play 1 or 2 rounds of golf, hang out with the family, and sounds like a good way to spend 1,000. Might have to add 1,000, but you know. I might have to contribute another one, but
Chai, you really want to have extreme patience and ruthless execution. Meaning you want to be very, very, very patient to this 1 or 2 setups, right? That when they show up, you execute no matter what, right? And anything outside of that is noise. Extreme patience and ruthless execution. You got to execute that setup when it shows up, but you got to remain patient and disciplined when that setup is not there. And if you can really understand that concept, bro, you'll be a millionaire.
Millionaire mindset, man.
Yep.
what
A
up,
millionaire
discipline?
in a decade or so.
Facts. Can I explain range 1, range 2? I did already. So if you could please go to 8:42 a.m. Eastern today, and there's a whole breakdown of the range 1, range 2 idea. 8:42 a.m. Probably 8:40, 8:41 or something.
Funny, gold close no bottom week there.
Did it?
Yeah, 15.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, cool.
Interesting.
So, wow. Sheesh. Yeah, 9:45 here. So there won't be an impulse trade on like a break of the high, but if we can close bullish, then we can anticipate, you know, the 4-hour candle, next candle hitting target, next one popping back up a bit.
Yeah, at least making a top wick here. I could see that.
Well, we wanted sells below 47, and that is our closure below 47. So, man, if that one right there would have held for us, it would have been some, you know, kind of like a trade we took yesterday where you kind of had this price action here, nice clean closure after these, you know, rejection candles, and then bam. But, you know, can't always get what you want in life, gang. Can't always get what you want.
Never.
You know, Norbin, I'm trying to think. There's not that much you can do with $1,000 at this point in America. Yo, 1,000's like the new like 350.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
I almost don't even want anything. I'm tired of feeding the matrix. Tired of it. Once you can almost, you know, obviously I can't get anything, but once you can get most things, you realize you don't even want that stuff. It's all an illusion. Why is it that you are calm in drawdown, but once in profit you're eager to exit? A lot of times that'll happen because you're just not used to it. You just haven't seen too many. You haven't gotten the reps in, right? So a lot of times you'll be quick to move your stop to break even too fast, or you'll be quick to close. You know, a lot of times people will spend all this time in drawdown, right? But the moment, so you get into your trade, right? The moment you get in, you start seeing drawdown. Now you stay in drawdown for a while, and the moment they come back into profit, they exit. And that's going to hurt you long term. So, you know, those are things I did too as a newer trader, but then I began to realize, like, hey, if I'm going to hold that drawdown, I'm going to have to hold until, you know, my area of interest is hitting profit as well. So, yeah, I think it's just about getting reps in, you know, not wanting to go back into drawdown, not wanting to lose, letting emotions come in. The only way I really do that is if something like this happens, like let's say that's my target, but we close a no wick, I'll get out there. So there's slight, you know, ways to kind of like get out of a trade, but it has to be stuff like this, you know, no bottom wick, or otherwise I just hold till the parameters are hit.
Yes, sir.
But anyone who tells me, Nick, for some reason my losers are so much bigger than my winners, I know that that's typically what's happening. Is, you know, they're willing to let price go all the way up and stop them out, but once price comes back into profit, they want to get out right away. You can't do that. You know, you got to stay in that trade, let that area get hit, then close your partials, then move to break even, right? And just just do what I do. Just try and do what I do.
Yo, chat, I want to give you guys an exercise if that's you right now. Right? Set your stop loss in TP when you're in the trade, and then just walk away. So you don't get emotionally involved with making emotional decisions while you're in the trade, because you can't do that if you're, you know, 20 feet away from your desk to even emotionally react to the trade. You set up the TP and stop loss in a logical manner, and then let the logic play out without you being there. That's a great exercise for you to try for the next month or two. And again, it's going to help you just understand that, yo, your plan's working out and the logic beats the emotions. So you do that for a month, and the next day, you know, you prove it to yourself that, yo, I could really do this. I could really just follow this plan here, like logically, like a robot.
Facts. Hey, just give me 1 minute. I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Yes, sir, man.
Oh, man, bro. Man, you gotta wait, bro. Go away. Lock yourself in the bathroom, bro, or something. You know, let the candle close. Come back when the candle closes, right? If you know that this is based off a 15-minute time frame, like, walk away for 15 minutes till the candle closure comes.
Bro, one thing that really helps is treating this thing. If you guys played a sport or anything, look at the clock. I don't know, some of you guys probably have the clock on, you know, like on the side. You see the time, how much you have left. Look at that as a clock. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're playing, let's say, football, and we have 2 minutes on the clock, what are we gonna do, right? So it's the same thing here. Use an alarm. I use alarms. Alarms are huge for me. You know, it's like, okay, so I'm gonna do I set my alarm for 10 minutes, and I go and do my thing, and I know I can't do anything until my alarm goes off. So you gotta trick the mind sometimes on ways for you to detach of certain executions and just play with the time. If you learn how to play with the time in this game, it's gonna help you not just to stay disciplined, but also to know when is a good time for you to do something, right? You know that you set your alarm for a time that there's potential volume. We play with that. Play with the time. Use the time wisely. It's part of the game for a reason, right? A lot of people are just focusing on the entries and whatnot, but look at the time. The clock is everything. Boxers look at the clock all the time, right? Every sport that use the clock, they use it wisely on their benefits. No different here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Facts, Rafi. Yeah, chill, Colleen. You may have to manage though. Yeah, so I guess it depends on your style of management. You know, I know Nick as well manage our trades off candle closures, right? So that's why I'm like, walk away until the candle closes. And I'm not saying this to every trader, because you don't see me walking away. Right? I only say this to the people who just emotionally manage their trades. So yeah, I mean, it depends on your style of management though. So if you gotta manage like impulsively, then you probably can't walk away. But if you manage off candle closures, then you definitely can, and wait for the candle to close. I think, you know, waiting for the candle to close a way better style of management too, just because like the way we enter is based off candle closures. So we should exit based off candle closures too, right? Unless the markets hit our zones and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, when the candle closes, it gives us like logic in a way, right? The way we trade is candlesticks only, right? So we're speaking the language of candlesticks. So each candlestick kind of speaks to us, right? So waiting for that candle to close, you get a bit of new information that you don't have if the candle is still open, right? So that's why I recommend waiting for candles to close before you manage a trade. Yeah, so SimZ, like that depends on what you want to do, you know, like I close full when those TP partials are hit. Nick likes to close 80% and leave a runner. I mean, I don't think either of us are right or wrong, you know, that's something we both could stay consistent with. and works for us, you know. So I think find the style that works for you, and then that should be good. And the RR thing, so yeah, some trades you see I have 0.5 R, some trades you see I have 0.7 R, some trades you see I have 1 R, you know, because it's not up to me. And I focus on market structure more than RR because these zones are getting tapped, right? You may be looking for a 1 R, but there is a support at 0.7 R. So at 0.7 R, you could take profits rather than the thing reject you and not take any profits and probably take a loss because you were trying to get a 1 R. Right, so you see how market structure, price action is king, and market structure matters more than RR, right? So I just look left and I take whatever the markets are willing to give me. If it's 0.5 R, I'll take it. If it's 1 R, I'll take it. The idea is compounding profits and having a high win rate with it and taking what the market's willing to give you. Have I gotten a payout before? Absolutely. Multiple payouts. Multiple payouts. And I withdraw on my live accounts too every month or bi-weekly. My win rate's typically between 70 to 80% over the series, over the long term. Right now for this year, I'm sitting just over 70%. But if I just keep executing for the next year to 2 years, it's gonna be at 80%. What's up, Discipline Key? Do I recommend any prop firms for scaling capital? Yeah, absolutely, man. I think like prop firms are a great way to get yourself acquire capital for a live account. So I mean, yeah, I mean the ones that are out there right now currently I think are good. Top Step, My Funded Futures, Top One, Tradeify, Lucid, like Apex, like those. I think any of those are good. Look at their FAQs, see which one works best for you, and yeah, get some payouts and throw those payouts into live accounts because that live account is really where your freedom and control is. Yeah, I think the real flex too is having a 100K live account rather than 10 funded accounts in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, exactly. Just do the math. If you have a 70 to 80% win rate with an average RR around 0.7 to 0.9 to even 1 R, like that's profitable. Like just do the math, right? And it's not about how much profit it is there profits, right? Do you have an edge on this, right? Can you expect positive expectancy with this system? The numbers, that's scalable, right? I mean, just grow your trading account and you can increase your trading risk, right? Like just get another funded account and you can increase like your trading risk and capital, right? So the system is really what you need to focus on, right? The system should never change, really. You know, you find something that works and it's just rinse and repeat from that point on, and the money is what changes and the profits and the risk is what changes as you earn your size and bigger buffer.
You dig. All right,
my number
boys.
one rule of stop loss placement is use previous candle stop loss.
Back up we go, Johnny Gems.
Yes, sir, brother. Patience.
Sheesh. Up and down.
Up and down we go.
Yeah, I was listening to some of that. That's good stuff. Yeah. I think my win rate over the years have gone down a little, but I've became more profitable too. I've also added more, obviously more trades, so it dilutes it a little bit. I added 2 new setups, right? So like, I think probably when I was just using the onion, breakout, and celery, taking usually 1, maybe 2 trades a day, I was like sitting right around 80. A lot of times it's like 82% win rate. Remember that? Like almost, we would hold that like 82% win rate. But you know, as you throw more trades in, and then we started taking more setups, you know what I mean? It goes down. So I think right now, I think I sit around like 70, 74. Yeah, like 74, 75% win rate over like 850 plus trades.
Amazing, bro.
So, you know, as you throw more trades in, time goes on, it dilutes a little bit. But if you're doing this system right, you should be somewhere in the 70s, anywhere between like 70 to 80% win rate.
Yeah, bro. I feel like if you get the 80%, that's like super selective right there. if
Yeah.
you can get to 80%. But 70% is great too.
Definitely.
Remember, traders, most people got a win rate that's less than 50. So you got 70% win rate. That's great.
Yeah, I think even Raja typically tends to hold like a 65% win rate. But again, he takes a lot of impulse trades too. So, you know, when you throw in impulse trades and you're not waiting for confirmations all the time, like, you know, you lower probability slightly, but still, you know, have a 65, 70, you know, percent win rate is fire. The TT Olympics. Yeah, hey, babe, I was showing them the, you know, just the vision where we want to have them and their families come by and their kids and have a good time and maybe do some putting, hanging out.
Pop banana.
The vision, the sauna.
Anastu,
I know. What's up?
what's going on? What's going
WL.
on?
Let's look at
Good
it.
to see
Let's
you
look at
here
it.
with all of us.
How about this one, honey? Epic. Look at that. I always wanted to be like you know what's so funny? Like my dream was always never to have a house out here in the open lake, but have it somewhere like secluded to where it's like a little circle, right, babe? How many times have I talked about that? Like having it almost in like a cul-de-sac, like a circle in the water to where like the main lake is out there. That way, you know, you don't have all these boaters, you know, always passing by and stuff. You know, they'd have to actually come in the bay itself, like to actually come see us. So yeah, this has always been my dream when it comes to a lake house, to have it like a little out of the way, you know, in these type of conditions here. Harder to get rated. All right, yo, we got a new 4-hour candle. Interesting here. 15-minute closed bullish. So we did get a bullish closure. 30-minute closed bearish. 1 hour, I believe, is bearish as well. Let me just, why don't we do a little freshy? What do you think? Fresh top-down analysis?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it. Let's just go back here a little bit. So let me just do a fresh analysis here. So our 4-hour time frame is obviously bearish, right? We've been moving down for quite some time here, but you know, you notice now that we're starting to tap into support, right? A lot of support sitting here. If we draw a zone there, you can tell there was one over here, right? One over here, one here, and now possibly, you know, this level here. So could we anticipate the potential rejections, right, out of this 4-hour zone here? So let's drop down to the 1-hour time frame. I think daily's also tapping target. Yeah, wicks, you know, coming into those wicks now too. So daily tapping target, 4-hour tapping target, 1 hour has tap target as well, closing above that range over here to the left. Let's take a look at that 30-minute closed pretty strong bearish, right, for the most part. Let's see if we closed below here. Definitely no sells. Definitely no sells for me in this range. That's going to be very tough to, you know, take there. So this is what we're looking like on the 30-minute time frame here. So possibilities to get maybe a 30-minute inverted celery, some type of move down on the 4-hour, a last attempt, right, to get down there and then have this candle close above that range in some sort of a bullish form, right? Whether it's a inverted celery or something like that. I think this is the play here, right? To wait for that 30-minute to kind of move down. That'll push that 4-hour candle down. We keep a very small top wick. We flip up, close like this. We could look for buy stops in the break of the high after waiting for the next candle to make a lower wick. And we shouldn't have much of an issue now coming out of that range there, right? We've tapped it plenty of times throughout multiple sessions here. So I think we could possibly get ready for the move back up. So no sells for me. It's way too choppy to the left. If we can catch this rejection from the lows here, that's pretty much what I'm interested in, and probably the only thing I'm interested in. Yeah. So buys above 45.38, and that's it. You know, that's pretty much the only plan here the rest of the day. Looks good, right? I see Melly. You don't even need a pool. Yeah, that's true. Natural pool. All natural. Last 15 days, I took 191 trades, 60% win rate. What should I have to correct my edge?
Holy, that's a lot of
You
trades.
gotta, yeah. So go look at all the trades. So if these are all the trades, go look at them. Especially the losses, right? Go look at those losses and say, you know, I have a system. So the system is up here, right? Now, did all the trades align with that system? If they didn't, then go look into them and say, you know what? Let me not take that trade anymore. If anything against your trading system, go get rid of it. You know, go get rid of it. Don't take it anymore, and that'll help increase your win rate if that's what you're trying to do. But even 60% win rate is pretty good. Most traders, so like you have two types of traders. You have like RR, right? And then you have win rate. So I've always been a win rate trader. I've never really been much of an RR trader. RR is where like you risk 1 to get like 3, right? Win rate, typically you're risking 1 to get 1, you know, sometimes less than 1. So I've always been the win rate trader. Now look, if you're the RR trader, then that means, you know, you're going to have bigger trades, but probably less. You're going to take a lot more losses, but your wins that you do have are going to be a lot bigger, and that can 100% be profitable. With win rate, you're likely to, you know, not maybe take as much profit, right? You're probably going to risk 5 to gain 5, but you'll put so much more green on the board, right? Trade after trade. A lot of RR traders, they lose most of it, right? So their win rate is probably less than 50%, right? And that's okay because they make up for it with the RR, right? Where our win rate, you know, is 75%, right? And but we don't have the best RR. So my mission about a year ago was to basically break the chains, you know, because everyone I talked to, they said, nah, you're either an RR or you're a win rate. And I said, screw that. Why can't we be both, right? Why can't we be both? So that's where I started dialing it in. And now, I mean, I have a 70% win rate and or 75. And then what's my RR? My RR is about 1.2, 1.3. So overall, I still have about a 1R, but the win rate stays up, right? So all I got to do is now on any given trade, I'll measure the conditions. And sometimes, you know, I'll get into a trade that is 0.5R, like John was saying, or I'll get into a trade that's 3R, you know, but either way, I always kind of come back to the bulk of 1R with a high win rate. So it just depends on how you want to trade. Right here, you're bound to get more red, right? You're bound to have more losing days, but then your green days are going to be big. You know, they're going to be pretty big green days, and that should cover all your losses a lot of times, right? Especially if you're risking 1 to gain 3. So, but this way you put more green on the board, right? And that's what I like to do. I like to at least put green on the board, see that I'm winning. I don't want to like lose all the time and then just win one good trade and be like, all right, you know, that covers everything. I'd rather stay in a constant state of winning small profits that compound over time. But again, there's no right or wrong. It's just however you want to do it. So many ways to do this thing. The only thing is you can't do them all. You can't do them all. You got to pick one and stick with it. Is Anna learning about fake outs and breakouts yet? Well, she learning, all right. She learning. What up, Roberto? How are you, bro? Great to see ya. What's a logical reason for 1 to 2 trades a day? You save yourself from yourself. So a lot of people mess up because they overtrade. Straight up. They overtrade or they over risk. So there's not much damage you can do with taking 1 trade a day, 2 trades a day. And the other thing is if you're only going to take 1 or 2 trades a day, you're going to be very selective, right? It's like imagine you were out there hunting and you only had 1 bullet. You're not just going to spray that thing, are you, right? You're going to wait for the perfect opportunity for a shot, right, to get what you want. So that's another thing. It helps the mind understand, hey, I got 1 or 2 bullets, let me not waste them, let me take the best trades. And then again, even if you lose, you really can't hurt yourself by losing 1 trade a day. So it helps out a lot, especially for newer traders. I'm a little bit past that point now, where sometimes I'll take 3 or 4 trades in a day, sometimes even 5, right, depending on the session, how many sessions I'm trading. But that's rare for me. I very rarely do that. I still typically have trained myself and still do the 1 to 2 trades a day thing. And then again, it doesn't seem like much when you're only making 100 to 200 a trade, but we're here talking about compounding, right? So now it's 5,000 a trade, 6,000 a trade, 8,000 a trade it could be. So if you give yourself time to grow and compound and get to that point, all of a sudden you don't change anything, but you start making way more money with the same exact concepts. Mainly my losses are caused by not waiting till my stop losses are hit. My heart will beat. How should I manage it? By the way, the playbook has helped me so much. Awesome. Lower your size. Just try lowering your size. Like every trade that you have ever seen me take, I have been okay with my loss. Meaning whatever number I put out. And again, my number is going to be different than your number. Don't try and match my number. I've been doing this now for like 6 years consistently, right? So you can't try and match my number. But every loss I ever take, I'm good with. So a lot of traders I've found are not okay with the risk that they put on the table. Because we were talking about this in Asian session last night too. Like taking out bigger risk sounds really good. The problem is most traders only think in terms of this way, right? They don't realize that trade can also go this way. And the first time they think about that is when the trade is here, right? They go, oh, shoot, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have opened that big of a size, or, oh man, why did I do that? Why did I open that big of a size? So you got to realize, like, when you're sizing up too high and you don't want to take that loss, what's going to happen in this green red area is emotions are going to come into play, right? Emotions are going to come in and you're going to mismanage that trade. So maybe you get out of the trade right there, and then what happens now? Price just goes do, right? So you got to lower your size and be okay with your loss on every trade. And don't just say you're okay with it, like actually be okay with it. You know what I mean? And if you could do that, then you're going to do well. Because again, if you're getting into trades and, having your stops up here, but not wanting to get stopped out, so you're exiting here, that just tells me whatever you're losing here or exiting at, that's your threshold. Like, John, what term did you use last night?
I'm calling it the detached size. Find a size for yourself that allows you to be detached from the outcome, right? Me and Nick, we can't give you a one size answer for that question, right? It's up to you, right? Because you need to find the size that makes you detached from the outcome. I could recommend a size that makes you attached to the outcome.
Yeah.
Right? So we're calling it the detached size.
Okay. This is the reason why we keep talking about checking on your nervous system. If you tell yourself, can I lose $2,000 on this before you even do it, you will feel it. No. Okay, that's not it then. And then you think about that before you place this entry. Like, you can't do that. You can't think about it when you're in it, because now you're reactive. Mm-hmm. So think about that before, feel it. The body will tell you everything. You will feel it. And if it feels good, just go for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if you notice that every single time you risk $500, but somewhere along the line you close, that's the number. What's that number? Maybe it's 300. Maybe that's your detached number. Maybe you don't care about 300, but for some reason 500, it just gets to you. It just gets to you. So that's where you got to find that balance, that number. Any trade you get in, you want to be calm and composed, right? You don't want to be, shitting your pants, for lack of better terms. That's what Don would say, right? You don't want to be in a position to where you're scared, right, that you're going to lose that trade. So you have to find out that number. My number started at $150 actually, as a new trader. Today it's 15,000, right? I'm okay with losing. Is Anna still here? I mean, Yeah, it's still $50. No, I'm just kidding. My number's like 15,000, right? That's probably the most I'm willing to lose on a trade right now. If it starts creeping up towards 20, 25, that's kind of like my threshold. So you got to understand, at one point it was 50, and then it was 300, and then it was 500, and then it was 1,000, then it was 2,000, then it was 5,000, right? So you work your way up by, consistency and earning that, opportunity to size up and have a better relationship with risk and the amount of risk. So just make sure, like, wherever you're risking, you can handle that loss emotionally. All right.
And this is what we talked about in the last webinar. If you can't handle that emotionally, it's going to be a lot harder for you to recover. And this is where everything comes into place. Can you recover from a $1,000 loss? Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't hurt. Can you recover from a 1,500? Ooh, that feels a lot much deeper. Magnus, do you remember that one time we were just talking about that? Maybe you can also share into that. Me and Magnus had a conversation one time, and we were exploring his nervous system, right? And I asked a couple of questions, right? How did that feel?
Yeah, it was incredible, man. It was like it's like a combination. It was the call we had, right? Yeah, right. So like it's a combination of like having a planner and like the protecting part of you. So it's like the protector always trying to protect you from something, right? But it's like, what is your plan? If I have a plan of risking 500, let's say, and I go in with 800 or 1,000 here in the setup, which I was supposed to risk 500 on, but this time it's like, oh no, it's like a little better now. But like my protecting part of me is always going to try to protect me from going outside of my plan, right? So if I risk more, the protecting part is going to come in and say, no, not that, right? And then we're going to close off early. We're going to, close into profits. We're going to scare out, because what if we come back down or something like that, right? So it's very important with that size in there. Yeah.
It's getting that side okay. Like, hey, it's okay in certain situations, because you're not just going to be doing this all the time. Certain situations, it's okay to go in a higher risk. And how does that feel if I lose it, like Nick said? Because you got to think about, you more likely are going to lose, right? Like the guarantee of winning is not there. It's a probability game. It's uncertain. But if it is for you to take a hit, can you take it in the chin? Yes, I can keep fighting after that. Okay, great. So, and that's something that you just, like Nick has been talking about. It is like going to the gym. You get stronger. Your risk appetite getting higher and higher, just based out of your skill, what you've seen, the data that you collect, how you respond, how you actually recover from those losses. It takes time, but you got to work on it as well.
Time is all we got.
100%, man. It's like the gym. You begin to lift more and more. It's like here, you can risk more and more over time as you get more on the board. Build it.
Yes, sir. Okay, our first 15 actually moved up here. So we were waiting for buys above. We just closed below. We'll wait on this 30 closure. We'll see how that goes. If we can kind of move back down a little, that'd be great. And we'll go from there. If we don't, if we keep pushing up, then we probably run into all this area, and that might chalk things up for a little bit.
Yep.
This candle couldn't have closed like an inch, just an inch above, just an inch.
Yeah, I was thinking the same, man.
6 pips.
Insane.
Come on.
Or even a little bit lower.
Yeah, or either that or lower. Yeah, facts. But pretty crazy price action from last night in Asian all the way into London and New York sesh today. It's the big move down.
Yeah, all 3 sessions, man. Nothing.
Do you guys get anything in Asia last night?
Nada. This is what we looked at. We stared at this all Asian.
Damn.
Yeah.
How about
Nothing.
London?
Nothing in London, nothing in Asia.
Damn,
London was
bro.
this, right?
That's a sign
Yeah.
right there, bro.
Yep.
We
Yeah,
just dropping facts here, some gems, and just shut it down at this point. I mean, if you had a great execution week, today is not gonna make you better or worse, or it's gonna make you a millionaire today. I mean, you already did your work last day. Just
Yep.
enjoy the day, man. Enjoy it earlier.
Just chill.
Yeah, man. Enjoy the job of a trader.
Past the combine challenge. Now that I'm making money on the account, I've noticed the ML keeps decreasing. Oh, that's because it's following you. following you.
That trailing drawdown.
Ego finds it hard to size down on evals. You know, I could see why that would happen, but in a way, you gotta earn that right, you know, to level, like size up, you know, like if you're a trader that consistently hits and hits and hits, that's the guy that wants to size up, right? Like in those evals, because they are already in motion. They've already consistently been milking. They know exactly what they're doing, right? So, you know, there's a fine line with me teaching you guys that concept, because at the end of the day, I know what I'm doing, exactly what I'm doing at all times, right? So, but for a newer trader who's still learning or still trying to find their consistency, it's, you know, again, it might not be the right opportunity to size up on those evals, because the last thing you want to do is keep blowing them and blowing them and blowing them and blowing them and blowing them as a new trader. That's extremely discouraging, you know? So a lot of times, like if you're like me as a trader, then yo, size up and let's get it done. But like if you're still a trader that is looking to find that consistency, maybe that method isn't right for you. You know what I mean, Wokey? Like, and everybody else too, for that matter. Like maybe you shouldn't be doing that. Maybe you just don't have enough experience. Maybe you just don't have enough repetition that's been built up over the years, right? Where maybe I do and other people do. So if you haven't really found like that consistency in your trading where you're green all the time, then maybe start to second think that concept a little bit and take your time. You know, don't spend forever in your eval, but you know, maybe lower it a little bit, take some size. Don't feel like you have to be me or you have to pass these accounts in 1 or 2 days or something like that. You know, just maybe scale back a little bit, take your time a little, get your reps in, and then you'll earn that later down the road. Like for me, when I blow an XFA or something, I already know exactly what I'm doing, right? So when I get in these next trades, I don't care about these evals. I'll even blow 1 or 2 and get a new one if I have to. But like I'm looking to get straight back into the money. So I know that, hey, over the next day, 2, 3, I could probably find a good A+ setup, size up heavy on that. But that, you know, doesn't necessarily mean that everyone else should do it that way too. You know, again, you got to find that consistency first, and then you can take advantage of the market like that.
I agree 100%. So facts.
And you know, as a teacher and as a coach, it's tough to, you know, that line is very thin, you know, to teaching that concept, because there could be someone that hears that and they have never even passed a challenge before, and they're going to go ahead and try and do that and, you know, just basically blow money on their combine. So, you know, I would slow it down to speed it back up. Where did I find that zone, the buy above? If you look left, right over, I think it was a 30-minute time frame. Yeah, 30-minute right here, and 15-minute. You have that zone there. So yeah, that's where I got it from. Kind of looking at this area here as like a rejection zone, like something to observe to see if price rejects out of there. And it looks like we did. Just couldn't get the buy. You know, the 15 closed below it, and then the 30 minutes still open. So unfortunately couldn't grab it. When we say size up, are we talking about 10, 20, or 100, 200? Neither, you know, just size up from wherever you're at now. You know, some people are only at one lot. So a size up for them would be like 2 or 3. So everyone's going to be, you know, a little different.
Some people think in contracts, some people think in, you know, money. So, you know, think about how are you going to do that, because you got to understand that your contract is going to change also based out of the stop loss. So if you're going, you know, let's say 2 contracts for everything, sometimes not going to be enough, and sometimes going to be way too big. So, you know what is going to feel good to you to be able to recover faster from.
Yep. Everyone has a different number. Everyone's got a different number. You never know. Two guys in Discord. You know, one grew up in extreme poverty. The other guy grew up in extreme abundance. One guy thinks $1,000 is nothing. The other guy thinks $1,000 is everything plus some. You know, so everyone's number is different. Everyone has a different relationship with money. One guy's mom and dad said, "Buddy, you could be anything you want to be. You could do anything you want. Money comes in abundance. It's never ending. We have more than enough of it." And then someone else's parents may say, "Don't ever think you're going to be rich. The money is evil. Money's bad. That's not for people like us." You know, like, just be thankful for what you have, right? So you see how how they would grow up with a totally different perspective on money and success and whatnot. So there is no one size fits all. You know, you got someone coming in with that mentality, someone coming in with the other mentality, and there's no actual one answer for that. So depending on how you grew up, like Rafi talks about this a lot, you know, like your upbringing. I mean, we can remove the word upbringing with programming, right? Your original programming, right, has a lot to do with where you go in your life. My original programming was I came from good people, but they were average. They were nice, but they were broke. They were, you know, a good time to be around, but, you know, they all had jobs and they all did, you know, the things that average people do. So in order for me to shift my thinking, I had to get around other people, right, who thought differently to get a new programming. So that's what we try and provide here for you, is a new programming, right, where in a way we're going to start to teach you how to see abundance as the natural you know, thing of life versus poverty and whatnot. So your childhood, your parents, how much money your parents made growing up, like all of that, where you lived, all of it has a lot to do with, you know, your future and your, you know, adolescent years, you know, when you become an adult. So if you can understand that any computer that's programmed can also be reprogrammed. The same thing works like your mind. Oh, I know. Trust me. I remember I would get into trades back in 2024, and I was using insane lot size. I was using 400 lots. It was insane. I'd get into a trade, I'd be $3,000 in drawdown instantly off the spread. You guys remember that? Yeah, that was wild, and I honestly I couldn't handle it. I really couldn't handle that. Like that was a threshold for me. I was going beyond my what was it called again, John? My
your detached size.
My detached size. I was way too attached at that point, you know. So even me, you know, you gotta earn that size and work it up. But you know, naturally, I've always been even though my parents have been you know, like average and stuff and not that big of risk takers, I naturally have been a risk taker my entire life. So trading really clicked for me because I've always been a little risky. I've always been open for that type of stuff, and you know, it fits me well. But other people, man, they might be used to the safe and secure type of life, and when they come into trading, it's just so uncertain that, you know, they're out of here. You know, they're out of here right away, and it goes against all of their original programming. You know, so they're out. So yeah, you really gotta understand, hey, where'd you come from, who raised you, and what programming did they give you? I'm sure they did the best they could, but that doesn't mean they did good, right? Or something that's going to gear you towards success. So sometimes you got to take one of those long walks like we talk about and think your life through. Like, hold on. Let me actually like just think about my life for a minute and why I am the way I am. And that's the only way you can find the results and the clues and the answers.
Big facts.
Analogy sounds like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Which one?
Yeah, it literally does. The one you told about before.
Yeah, fortunately
Mr.
for
B
me,
stuff.
I was so blessed enough to actually live the Rich Dad, Poor Dad life. Like, I found a mentor at a very early in my 20s when I was 21 years old, 22 years old, and it completely shifted my my future. Yeah, 100%. Later, DJ Scratchers.
honestly,
Adios, bro. Have a good
peace,
weekend.
bro.
Sorry to see you.
I love what Connor Price says in that song these days. He's like, I spend a lot of time thinking about how I'm gonna be great. I think everyone here should make it a non-negotiable to spend time with themselves, thinking about how great they're gonna be in life, right? Like, I love to go on walks in solitude and just think about how great I'm gonna be in life. I feel like you guys should do that too, because a lot of people are thinking about how ungreat they're gonna be in life, right? Imagine you just flip that energy, right? Your life is gonna change. The way you see things are gonna change. The way you feel and act is gonna change, right? And it all started with your mind. So I really encourage those here today to take time to think about how great they're gonna be here today, and in their life.
All the time. Think about how great
All the
life
time.
is. Not even how great it's gonna be, just how great it already is. You know,
Yes.
when you get that vision so crystal clear in your mind, it's almost like you don't even care if it happens in reality. You're enjoying it so much and just so grateful for the opportunity to accomplish it that it doesn't even matter. You just fall in love with the process. 400 is too much for you? All right, well that's your threshold. You know, we're all in our own boats here.
Boom, you found it, man.
Yeah.
Congrats, you found your detached size. Let's
Congratulations. That's a major turning point. Could be a major turning point in your trading career. Do you have any videos on the observation zone when to? No, but I will make one. Yeah, I'll make one about it. Got it. It'll be in the clubhouse shortly. Yeah, I don't think we've ever included that one.
Yeah, and chat, once you find your detached size, you got to stick with it. And then if you want to increase your size, then you have to earn the rights to increase your size. So always stick with that detached size until you earn the right to increase it.
Add it into the rules.
Yes.
It's part of it. Because it's just like, you know, it's like, let's talk about baseball, right? This is what I do. And you tell the guys, you know, you got to pick a pitch that is your go-to when you're in trouble. That you trust and believe in this thing so much that even in your sleep will get you out of trouble, right? And there are at certain times when you throw this pitch. You're not going to be just throwing this thing every time. You throw it just in specific times when it gets you out of trouble, when you want to put the guy away, when you feel like things are falling down. Now you go into that go-to, right? So it's similar here. Like whenever you find that size that you feel comfortable, when are you going to use it most effectively? That's a plan, right? That's a way that you know it's a no-brainer. This is the time for me to do what I do best.
Back against the wall, game time.
That's the reason why those elite athletes, they have something that they go to that help them recover. We talked about this in the webinar, right? It helps them to reset. It helps them to come back, and it helps them to continue to play in the game, because the game is going to knock you down. Do we have that thing that is going to help you to get there? So no different with this, you know, like on your size, when are you going to use it? There are times that the market gives you for you to, hey, this is when I'm doing this. You go for it.
Love that, man.
Beat drop. Mic drop. Austin. He said I had to humbly force myself to sit in eval jail. Let's go. I love that.
Yo.
Turn back. You know what's so funny? Like, again, we talked about that in Asian last night too. Guys, if you guys are missing an Asian session, like, why I shouldn't even be saying what we talked about in Asian session last night. You guys just gotta
that's
be
real
there.
FOMO right
Never
there.
mind. Never mind. But yeah, I love that, man. Slowing down to speed it back up.
And shout out to my man Austin too, because I work one-on-one, bro, and I know he has made a lot of progress, bro, in just applying the knowledge given to him, right? And we all know knowledge is potential power, but it becomes power when you constructively use it. So shout out Austin, man, for constructively using it. That man is making a lot of progress, and it just goes to show you too, chat. Like, you apply the knowledge here, you're gonna make a lot of progress too. So Austin, man, good stuff, bro. Proud of you.
Yes, sir. All right, later, T. Callahan. By the way, congratulations, big dog. Congrats on the payout. I think I seen a payout coming from T. Callahan, right? Nice job. Nice job.
Congrats, brother.
This the #1 golden nugget from Asian last night. We can't show YouTube that.
Hey yo.
Oh, your life will. You really
Yo,
want
fact.
something life changing? Yes. There it is.
Damn, bro.
There it
Prime
is.
steak one looks
Hey,
insane.
hey,
Hey yo.
hey, yo, hey, yo.
Yo, Asian session, my favorite session.
Do you think detachment size changes in funded accounts? It could, yeah, because you don't want to blow your account too, right? So at the same time, you got to adjust that detachment size to the account in a way, you know, because I mean, like, you could be cool with risking $4,000, you can say that, but if your account is $4,000, you know, then that's going to be a little tough. So you gotta adjust to your account size. I mean, I still do that with like Top Step accounts too, where on my live account I might be risking 15,000, but on my XFA I might just be risking like, you know, 1,200 or something like that. So yeah, you got to adjust that with the size.
Absolutely, you have to.
Yeah. How do you be able to pay for a mentor since you passed some very hard times with money? Luckily, my mentor grew a liking to me, and we actually set up kind of like a business thing where the better I did, the better he did. So he ended up, you know, having a little bit of a stake invested into me. But I was very fortunate that he grew a liking to me, and I think regardless of whether or not we worked that out, he would have been willing to help me. So yeah, he just honestly took me under his wing and, you know, was nice enough to do that. So I don't ask questions. I'm just thankful that happened. I don't know how that happened to me, why me, how me, but it happened. So I'm forever grateful.
Nick paid for that mentorship with his time and attention. I mean, bro, if Mr. V said, and commitment, if Mr. V said, yo, I'm gonna be here at midnight, like, Nick was there.
Yep.
Like, some people didn't want to go out at midnight, they'd rather stay in their bed, but Nick was there, and that's how he paid.
Is Anna still here? If my wife Anna's still here, she can vouch. I mean, Mr. V would be driving back home from some crazy, you know, talk that he did, you know, in front of a couple hundred people in Pennsylvania, and then on his way back, he'll be messaging us New York guys, you know, that worked with him in New York, and he'll say, "Hey, I'll be at the diner in Nanuet. I'll be there at 1 a.m. for those that want to come hang out." I get out of bed and go over there. I get dressed, go over there, spend 2.5 hours just listening to, just like you guys spend time listening to me talk, you know. It's like just spend 2.5 hours just asking questions and listening to him talk and learning and growing, and, you know, not always needing that direct attention, but just, you know, being willing to get out there and be one of the butts in the seats right around that table at the diner. Man, he wasn't necessarily there for me, he was there for us, and I just made sure I answered the call. You know, where a lot of people would say, it's, you know, I mean, it's too late and I'm already in bed, and I will get out of bed. I will get out of bed. I remember there was one time me and my wife, we a lot of the things with Mr. V, you had to qualify to be there. So you couldn't just show up a lot of times. Like, you had to actually have put in the work and qualify and stuff like that. And that meant like different business achievements or whatever it was, right? So there was a time where we actually fell short and we didn't qualify. But Mr. V believed in us so much because of our work ethic, because of our commitment, because of what we were there all the time. We stay, you know, we come early, stay late, committed, right? So I remember that weekend, there was a big party going on at Anna's house, and we got the call, and he said, "Hey, you know, I know you didn't quite get certain things done, but we want you to be here." And I was like, "What?" And babe, did we not drop everything we were doing? Full on party. You guys ever been to a Dominican party before? Full on party. We bounced. We took a 2-hour ride all the way up, or an 1.5-hour ride all the way up to a place called Hunter Mountain in the middle of a snowstorm, just to spend a couple hours around my mentor, you know. So you got to be hungry, you know. You got to be hungry. Successful people like to pour into other people who are hungry and committed. They don't want to waste their time. So, but they will invest time where they feel it's you know, a good investment. And I'm just grateful that I've always, you know, showed up, put in the work, and was considered a good investment in time, you know, to my mentor. Yo, we almost died, but we made it. I'll never forget, it was probably about 4 o'clock in the morning. We were driving home, and you had to come down this windy hill. It was up in the place called Hunter Mountain in New York, big ski resort, and it was just snowing and snowing and snowing, and we were coming down this windy road, and it was 4 a.m, and we were tired, and man, we almost crashed. It was crazy, but you know what, we were willing to do whatever it took, and it paid off. And we're still willing to do whatever it takes, by the way.
What is it? Get rich or die trying, or something like that?
Get rich or die trying.
Yeah.
That's the vibe. That's the energy.
True
That's what
example
it
right
is,
there.
man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what it is.
Exactly. He who walks with the wise shall be wise. And I wanted to get around wise people. You know, the people that I were hanging around, they were cracking beer cans over their head. They were taking their house key, and they were go, doing those I forgot what they were called, but you guys know what I mean. You know, so I didn't want to. I realized, like, you know what? I remember looking at one guy one time. He was so drunk. He looked so stupid. And I said, this is the guy that I'm hanging out with. No disrespect. But it's like, I could do better than that. I am better than that, right? I can be better than that. I just got to get around the right people. So, you know, I started forcing myself to get around the winners every chance I could. I'm frustrated in the simulation. I do so well, but with the real money, I mess up. It's like repeat mistakes. Yep. Yeah. So that just goes to show you, it's proof that it's not the technicals, right? It's not the technicals. It's the emotions that win or lose in trading and in life. Yeah. Not the technicals, because it doesn't matter what technicals you use. You see how you dialed it in on the simulation? Because the simulation, there's no emotion. Right? So once you bring the emotion in, aka the money, right? Now all of a sudden the game gets a little bit harder, doesn't it? So what should you work on? Technicals or emotional well-being? If you want to make money trading. Where should you spend your time most? I think it's this. I think it's 20, 80. This is easy, gang. I can teach my kids this system. I got my kids knowing what an onion, celery, breakout, inverted celery, fade, all that is by the end of the month. It's not the technicals. That's why no matter what, when you go switch to technicals and go to another system, you still deal with the same problem, don't you? Because you can't run from your emotions. Yeah? So what needs to be worked on now? Technicals or emotions? Most people say, I got the simulation, then I went in the live account and I couldn't do it on the live account, but for some reason I'm good with the simulation. I gotta get better at the breakout. I gotta get better at the reading the candles. No, you don't. You gotta get better at just being you, right? Better at being the best version of you, about staying composed and all that stuff. So, you know, when we really break it down, what are we doing here? We're controlling emotions, and those emotions are making us money. So as much as you think you're trading to make money, you're really using your emotional state, right, to leverage that, or, you know, lose it too. Work on them emotions. Oh, my manifestation is private. The playlist, yeah, I'm not sure why. It looks like the guy's YouTube channel changed, where he, like, I don't know, he might have made something private too. I'll look into it though. Yeah, man. You all feel like family after 7 months. I genuinely feel like, bro, it's crazy that you say that, because, you know, I was hanging out with my friends my whole life, and then someone came into my life and completely changed it in a matter of 6 months. His name was Ronnie, such a solid individual. He actually passed away last month. He was battling with cancer, young guy too, probably 40, 41 years old, just came into my life and changed the trajectory of my future, of my entire family's future, by stepping in. And, you know, he wasn't Mr. V, but he was everything I needed at that time. He was, you know, I said it on my story, he was like relatable enough, you know, like kind of similar enough to relate to, but different enough to, you know, challenge me to be better and stuff. And, you know, this kid believed in me before I ever believed in myself. And, you know, you're going to have these little angels that come into your life at moments and set you up and, you know, set the tone for you. So you just got to keep an eye out for that stuff, man.
Damn, bro. Sorry to hear that. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I didn't know either until like about a couple days ago. His sister sent me a text, and
Wow.
yeah, he actually passed away like last month. And it's funny because we were going back and forth, and I talked to him while he was in the hospital, and he was dealing with that for a long time, and probably well over a year and a half. And it was just so cool to see how grateful he was, and how he just equipped his mind for that battle. It's just incredible. It's incredible. He made a huge difference in my life. He connected me with Mr. V. If it wasn't for him, we all probably wouldn't know each other today. So what a blessing certain people can be. And again, they'll help you, right? They'll help you get on that better path. And they're just sometimes just a piece of the puzzle, right? A little board to the bridge that's going to get you to where you want to be. So yes, sir. You're welcome. You're welcome. Setups without higher time frame confirmation, should we avoid them and wait for higher time frame confirmation? Yeah, typically. My dog Ronnie, man. Oh my goodness. What a guy. What a guy. Is this current 1 hour candle close above the range so we don't go for a buy? Thinking 1 hour candle close above next candle. Yeah, the above 76 here actually isn't that bad. I mean, you're probably not going to get it, but yeah, you need a little pullback on the 15 and then a closure above. The price action is trash. If anyone was
Literally.
wondering. Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. I'm just here for educational purposes at this point, and maybe wait for that 1 hour closure. If we don't get that, then I'm done. I'm donezo.
Yes,
We got a
sir.
tea time today. We got the PGA Championship on. It's gonna be a great day.
Yes, sir, brother. Let's go.
It's Friday, right? Friday.
You just reminded me. Sheesh, tea time.
Tea
Happy for you,
time.
man.
I think Joe's still up because he's so excited.
Joe didn't go to sleep last night. He's still up, holding his brand new clubs.
Still up.
He's wiping his driver off. He cleaned all his clubs.
Bro's taking practice
What?
swings right now.
Brother Joe.
Oh man. My God, Joe.
Hopefully he comes into a different state today and doesn't
Hopefully he has a great game. Let's all be very encouraging to each other. Let's all be very positive and uplifting on today's round, and let's just have a good, sesh.
Nick, he's
Hopefully
gotten
he doesn't
better.
lose
Though.
it.
Yeah.
He's honestly gotten better though, just by being around us. So that's great.
That's awesome, bro. Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
I
Right?
hear there is the Nick's tour effect.
Yeah.
I hear about that. You go out
The
there,
Nick's tour
boom, you get a
effect.
payout.
Yep.
No, so true.
Norbin's like, I got $20,000 in payouts this month, but what else should I do? What, bro? Come on, bro.
I don't know,
You're one
bro.
of the best traders in this entire community.
Yeah, man.
After leaving the stream, do I still
Hard, man, bro.
watch
You're
the
funny,
charts? Not really. Some days, but definitely not today. But yeah, there's days where like I'll sit down with elite members. So I'll do like a elite session, and those usually run for about an hour, give or take. So after I'm done with those, like I'll look, like usually I'll do like, if I have one during the day, I'll do one, and then I'll be done by like 12 and kind of look at the charts from there. Sometimes I'm on a call with an elite member and we're like, hey, we got a closure. We'll go ahead and take that trade together and have some fun. But yeah, I mean, this is the bulk of my session. But if I'm home and I'm around and I'm not busy, I'll still kind of peek at the charts every now and then for a closure. But trading is like, if you can really treat trading like a business and give yourself business hours and stuff like that, it makes things a lot more peaceful, and you just enjoy it a lot more. You're not on the desk 24/7 all the time, right? Just trading the markets. That sounds miserable, right? I'd rather spend 2 to 3 hours, one session, and then just come back later.
Yes, sir. Plus, trading's a tool to live a better life outside of trading, right? Not to just become a slave to the markets.
Yeah. Like I'm trading to be a free man and play golf on a Friday. So when the
Same.
Friday comes around and trading allowed me to be a free man, I'm gonna I want to go golf. I don't want to keep looking at the markets and let me try and get freer. Like,
Yeah, right. What?
let me try and
By
get
staying
freer
stuck.
by being more busy. It just doesn't work like that, you know?
Oh,
So, yeah.
Yeah, man.
funny.
Can I ask what was the most red days in a row? Before being profitable or after? Before being profitable, who knows, man? Probably
Maybe like 20.
30 days without having a green day. But ever since I found myself in that, you know, profitable rhythm and making pretty like consistent money, my longest red day streak was about like 6-7 days in a row. Coming to the live stream, you guys see the record. It's like, I don't know what the record is right now. Maybe it's like 6 wins and 2 losses or 7 or something like that. But like, oh man, I show up to the live stream and it would just be like, for the month, it was like 7 losses, no win.
I don't know. I remember that.
Hey everyone, welcome all new people. How you doing? Just give me a chance. I got you guys. I'm a little rusty.
Bro, I just know on the 5th, 6th, and the 7th win or loss in a row there, I know someone sized up because they
Hell
thought like,
yeah.
oh, Nick can't lose 6 in a row here.
Nah,
I
never.
mean, he can't lose 7, and then we sized
Bro.
up. I mean, I know it.
Bro, before that, if I lost 2 trades, the whole squad was sizing up on the 3rd one. Like we had
Literally.
never ran into a 3rd loss in a row. So it was like when we lost 2, we were kind of like, all right, we got that out the way, and now let's just hammer this next one. I don't know how smart that was, but it worked out, you know, most of the time.
Bro, literally, I know someone's edge was just betting higher on your, like, when 2 losses in a row, just betting higher on the win.
Someone literally saved my journal and just watched out for it, and they just waited till I had 2 losses in a row, and they're like, all right, I'm watching his next stream.
Really.
That
Who been there?
Godzilla risk management right there.
Chat was quaking. We had, you know
Yeah,
what?
imagine no.
Yeah, we actually lost.
We
lost some viewers.
We had a lot of people quaking. We had a lot of people saying, you know, you suck and change the
Oh, yeah.
strategy and, you know, what are you
remember,
doing? And blah, 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 blah. And I just, you know, stayed composed and just kept doing my thing.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Chat, you know what's crazy though? We built some tough traders during that season. And I think the biggest benefit was the crowd seeing me come out of that losing streak. And watching me every trade of the way, every step of the way, dig myself out of that hole with pure professionalism, like straight logic, like never deviated, never budged, never, you know, did any sort of revenge trading like that. But they just watched me day by day, stay composed, show up with a positive mental attitude. Right, you wouldn't have known if I had 7 red days in a row or 7 green days in a row. I never showed that on my face. I never showed that in my attitude. I stayed locked in, and you know, day by day, I basically dug myself out of that hole. And I think it was a great experience for a lot of attendees, you know, that were watching me and trying to learn how to trade and how to be a composed trader. To see a trader, you know, go through that, battle through that adversity, not just on the charts, but coming from the crowd. You know, I'm trading publicly here, right? I'm not just someone trading. I didn't just take 7 losses alone in my room where no one's seen it. You know, I took all those losses in public where, you know, people were quaking and judging and this and that and saying things and, you know, all that stuff. So, you know, I had to obviously push through a little bit more than if I was just trading all alone. So, yeah, it was awesome. You know, I think it was great. I think it was a great experience for me, great experience for, you know, the members of the community to kind of see somebody go down and, you know, get back up like that and continue moving forward. So I'm sure that had helped a lot of people in their journey later on when they went through a little bit of a losing streak. Maybe they were able to kind of refer back to the way I handled it and say, you know what, if he can do it, I can do it, and apply the same exact thing. So I think it was a great time. Actually, I refer back to that February as my greatest trading month ever, believe it or not. So, yeah, you can't overlook some of the lessons that you can learn in the losses.
Bro, and Outwin the Devil Ending and Grow Rich, it talks about how every failure brings with it the seed of an equal or greater advantage, right? Meaning that there's a clue of how to be successful in your failures, right? You just need to look for them. And once you find that seed, now you got to plant it and let it grow.
Oh, yeah.
The only way you can let it grow is if you just apply it, right? And take care of that seed. So, yes, sir. Instead of getting upset about your failures, right? Have the perspective to look for that seed of success in there.
Mm-hmm. Now you got 7 red days on the year. Tables turn when you stay consistent, you know, and positive and always looking towards the best, you know what I mean? So now here we are, 7 red days on the whole year, which we're midway through May. So you just got to keep going. Got to keep going. Gatorade. No, I'm just kidding.
That's what I'm about to say today, bro.
Wait, what?
I got to get that on the soundboard, man.
Well,
Where
that
did
was
that
random.
come from?
Gatorade.
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 Never drink that.
That's my new golf saying, bro, when I hit a putt.
Bring back the losing streak and build the traders. Hey. Hey, it's your turn.
Separation
Your turn.
time.
Has he took a trade? Hey, I can read your comment. No, I haven't taken a trade yet here in this session. I can hear what you're saying. I'm right here. I have not taken a trade yet. I've had really no opportunity here.
Oh,
Would have really loved this buy position, but was using that level over there on the 30-minute time frame, so stayed out.
Or like lower too. That would have been nice.
Or lower, yeah.
But yeah, nothing
Wow,
there.
what a. How long did it take me to
range.
become a profitable trader? Before I seen like consistent profits, it took me about 3 years. Yeah, it took me a while. Took me a little bit. But, you know, I also was in my own way a lot. I didn't have a good trading coach, you know, to personally help me. So I had to just rely on things I've already learned and go through those battles and struggles myself a lot of times. And, you know, I had Raja from like a stream purpose, but never really catering to my actual needs, right, as a trader. And, you know, really not catering as much as I do, like in terms of, you know, what we talk about, you know, to kind of help us out in those tough times. It was a lot of just strictly trading, which is fine, you know, but we wanted to bring a little bit of a different approach so we can teach you guys how to be confident, how to, you know, get your mind right, because once your mind's right, you know, you can have a much better time trading. But yeah, it took me like 3 years. I would say for 2.5 years, I really struggled. Like I just could not find how to win, you know. It was just, and it was frustrating because I had already been somewhat successful in life before that, and I was really just trying to get back to that. So I felt like I didn't even have to earn it, like as if I already did everything I needed to do to be successful in life. And then, you know, the markets humbled me really quick, and I had to track back and do everything I tell you guys about sizing down and slowing down to speed up, and, you know, getting your mind right, getting it acquainted to the markets and whatnot. And then, you know, the profitability came. So it's interesting because, you know, over that 3 years, I lost about probably 30 grand trying to learn how to trade. And then I'd say right around the 2.5 year mark is where someone introduced me to Raja, and I locked in. I started studying the system. I became a member of his mentorship and all that. And it took me probably about 6 months from there to start seeing consistent profitability. So yeah, right around that 3 year mark. But again, once I got introduced to these concepts, they just made a lot of sense to me. They just clicked with me, where before that, no other system resonated with me the way this one did. So I caught a liking to it, and I enjoyed studying it. I enjoyed learning about it, and I became obsessed, basically. And I'm still pretty obsessed at this point, but I became extremely like obsessed with learning how to do this in those first couple years, and that had honestly built me enough momentum to keep me going now.
I remember, bro. Like he used to call it Smart Raja Concepts. Remember that?
Yeah, SRC. Yeah. This
SRC,
was like a
man.
little bit before all that, you know. Like I had already kind of knew what I was doing by that time. But yeah. I mean, market fluidity. You know, the forex family. I mean, that's where I really learned how to trade.
Family.
Yeah, dude.
Uncle Ted.
Yeah.
Come in and talk.
Uncle Ted had this channel called the Forex Family, and on that
I
channel,
remember that.
Raja had a 5-hour course on there. It was all for free. And I studied that thing. So like when my friends would, yeah, hey, Nick, you want to go out? I'm like, no, I'm stuck. I'm studying this. I was obsessed. Anna say, hey, honey, you want to go upstairs and take a break from studying and watch a movie with all of us? I go, no, nope, I'd be right here, you know. And they would go upstairs and they'd watch the movies and, you know, all that stuff. And I'd stay down there just listening to Raja talking about breakouts and all this crazy stuff about ranges and whatnot. And here we are today.
Love it.
Got to put in the work, you know. No one can get around it. The thing is, you guys didn't see me put in that work, so you just think I'm like I was born this way, or something, right? So
yeah,
long
man.
before the stream ever started, you know, we were working, you know, and you know, putting those profits together.
Now you can watch the movie anytime you want.
Now, if I want, if it's raining out, I go, honey, you want to just jump on the couch and watch a movie all day? You know, now we can watch movies anytime. So were they that important back then? I don't think so. And shout out to my wife, by the way, who wasn't like, really? You've been studying that all day. You can't just come spend time and watch a movie, you know? Like, shout out to her that she was just like, yo, sounds good. You know, do your thing. All right, Goldie. This is my last shot here. If we don't, it's not looking too good here. 1 minute left on the closure. Yeah, 3 years, brother. 3 years. And again, I'm still learning, still growing. If I get away from the things that I've learned, I'll become unprofitable, you know, that same day. So, you know, the thing about profitability is it's not like you're sitting there one day and, you know, hoping that this thing's going to work and praying and some little, you know, fairy just comes down and drops this profitable fairy dust on you. And then all of a sudden you'd never have to worry about it again. It don't go like that, which I think a lot of traders think it goes like that. It's got to be earned every day, every session, every trade. The moment I slip up is the moment I, you know, pay the price for it. So it's not like, you know, all of a sudden one day you're just profitable. If I stop doing what is required here on a day to day, you know, it won't be long till I blow my accounts and, you know, fail my accounts and do all that stuff. So you gotta maintain this, and the work's got to be put in daily. Oh, thank you, honey.
Man.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Say hi to everyone. All right, say hi. Gotta say it in the microphone though. Say it. Let's go. Kingman likes the song Let's Go.
Oh, let go, let God. I love that one.
Let's go, right? Sing it. Let's go. And now we're here, baby. Yes, sir. Okay, go, mommy, all right? Go. All right, no trades. We'll call it a Friday, but who's got more questions? I'm down to talk for a few more minutes if you guys want to hang out for a few. Anything I can do to help?
Yes, sir. Well, man, I got to do some things here, so I'm going to hop off.
All right, John.
Made this session, bro. It was really a pleasure. And
this is a good one,
may
brother.
God bless y'all. For real, I love y'all. All right.
Johnny,
sir.
have
Love
a
you too,
blessed weekend, my brother.
Yes, sir. I'll see you, John.
Thank you, man.
Be
You boys-
safe, my
Blessed
G. I'll be praying. Make sure that you know you are led the right way and you make it safe. Make it safe there.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
Yes,
Amen.
sir,
I'll
Johnny
pray for you guys as well. That everything great
Okay.
happens to you guys.
I'm gonna give you my suit. All right. So make sure nothing happens to it on that ride down.
Yes, sir. I got you, brother. I'm bringing my suit too.
Protect
so I'm
that
make
suit
Sure.
with your life.
I'm protecting both of our suits with my life, brother. I got you.
All right, bro.
All right,
I'll
man.
see you on the golf
God bless
course,
y'all.
all right?
I'll see
Later,
you
bro.
there.
All right, see you, John.
Appreciate it.
Peace,
Love you,
peace.
buddy.
Have a good day.
See ya.
Peace. Love y'all. See ya.
Adios.
You gone. I'm about to dip too, man. I got some
Hey,
things to do
yo.
here. It's getting late.
Rafi, what's
man.
up with
It's
these young
jumping on
guys,
these strikes
man?
you know.
I don't know, bro. These people, man. Like, what's going on over here?
Just the two of you now.
All right.
All right, man. Yeah, but it was a pleasure too. I appreciate being up here, man.
Appreciate
Every
having
single
you,
day.
bro.
So,
Thanks for coming up, man. For real.
of course,
Have a
of
great
course. Happy
weekend,
Friday,
right?
everyone, and God bless y'all. I'll see you.
Have a blessed
All right,
weekend,
brother.
brother.
Adios,
Peace. See you,
amigo.
Rafi. See you, Nick.
See
See
ya.
ya.
Now what?
Now it's me and Rafi.
Yeah.
This is where it
Now
gets
what?
deep. I probably
give me more.
got 15 to 20 more minutes. 15, 20 more, and then I got to get moving.
Gotta get moving.
How do you know the ranges you marked up are correct? You don't. You know what I mean? You really don't. You just got to play what you see most of the time. But look, I mean, my range over here, where'd it go? 15 minute, right? My range over here, I had a range sitting, let me just show you. I think it was here. Yeah, I think it was right there. So check that out. So what happened there? My goodness, top step. 15-minute time frame. Yeah, so I had a range I was sitting right around there. So, you know, price didn't respect that range. So you never know if you're right or wrong. It's just you got to do what you see most common and stick to those. So some days you're going to be on point. Most days my ranges are money. You know, they're mostly pretty accurate, but, you know, some days you're going to be price. It's not that your range is wrong. It's just that price wanted to use a different one or didn't care about that zone at that point. But usually these ranges hold strong. So typically I'm pretty good at my ranges, but, you know, every now and then price going to say, the hell with your range, bro. Don't care about your range. So it happens sometimes. Any updates on the meetup? Yeah, New York meetup. RSVP is open now. So if you guys do plan on coming to New York, meeting up with us on July 17th, I think. July 17th in New York. You can come RSVP now. It's in the Discord. If you go over to... Hold on one sec. If you go over to the Discord channel right up here, I think it is. Yeah, TT Meetup. So we'll be getting together in July 19th or 17th and the 19th that weekend. It's going to be in New York. So yeah, if you plan on coming and bringing a spouse or a friend or whatever, just fill out this RSVP form. The sooner the better, just so we can plan on the festivities. And then, yeah, we'll see you in New York. See you there. Don't miss it. They're both going on a date. W week, yeah, great week. A little slower week on my end. I didn't actually get to pull the trigger on my live account for like two. I think it was like 2 of those trades, but we're still sitting pretty. I think we're yeah, about almost 4K on the week. Tired of working on combines for 2 weeks. I just want to get there already. Just feels like I'm wasting time. Any thoughts? Let me ask you, are you 100% committed to the playbook? It's the only way I can help you, honestly, is the way I do it. So my question for you is, are you 100% trading playbook setups? 100%? Question mark? I actually want to know the answer to that. Who asked that question? Where'd it go? Yeah. So are you 100%? Not 99, not 90, not 80, 100. Because if you're not 100%, then I can see, you know, where the problem may lie. And if you are 100%, the question you have to ask yourself is, do you understand the playbook properly, right? Are the trades, are you ever, you know, taking the good the good trade over the great trade, right? There's a lot of times where you can get into a position and think it's a 100% playbook position, and it might be the right setup, but you might be going against a higher time frame, or your higher time frame might be at a target and you're selling into it. So even though it looks like a clean breakout, you're not in the right condition to sell, you know? So there's those little details and nuances about the system that sometimes we overlook or we just don't understand yet. So if you are following it 100% of the time, then you should look into, okay, what are my losses looking like? Like, send me some losses. When you get a chance, go into my Discord. I'll keep an eye out for it this weekend. Go into the Discord and go to charts for stream. Yeah, go over to like charts for stream in this channel. Post some of your losses and I'll take a look at them over the weekend and kind of give you some feedback on what maybe you could do better. Yeah. Because sometimes people think they know it, but you know, it's not exactly the playbook.
person will be like, wait, but I only journal that winning. I don't like I don't like journaling the losses.
Hold on. Journaled screenshots. Yeah. So like, there could be times where you're taking a breakout, right? Let's say you get onto a breakout. You say, hey Nick, you said buys above. Yeah, I did, but like, I wouldn't say buys above now, right? Because now that candle had moved too far. So at this, like, something that I would do in this situation is I would let this go, you know, knowing that it probably won't go too much further because it needs a pullback. And then I would just look for a new support, right? So a lot of traders that trade the playbook, they would take that buy right there where I wouldn't, and I would wait for this. So that alone, right? That's the good trade. This is the great trade, right? So it's like, can you wait for those great opportunities as well? And again, that's where sometimes my results vary, right, from yours, is because I'm not going to take that breakout, you know, where a lot of other traders will, because it's simply closed above. And you know, I get that. Like, you probably should take it, you know, like I did back in the day, get stopped out enough to the point where you finally realize, you know what, if price moves like that, maybe I shouldn't get in so late there. Maybe I should wait for a little retest and then take buys, right? So again, you'll have a breakout here, but is that truly a valid breakout that I would take? Or would I be waiting for more so something like this at that point, you know? So again, a lot of people think that they are trading the playbook, but there's little nuances and details that make it better, you know, than what meets the eye. So just keep in mind, you know, if you're doing stuff like that, like, or let's say like you get a breakout here, right? You get a breakout, candle closes, and then the next candle closes like this, and you go, man, Nick said that that's a celery play, so let me just enter on the break of the high here, right? That doesn't make sense, right? That's not the celery play. It's, oh, as long as it closes above, it's good. It's not true, you know what I mean? So like, you got to make sure that you got the nuances down to the T, and you know, again, that takes time, that takes journaling, that takes examining losses and looking into that type of stuff. Yeah, you're welcome, brother. You're welcome. I'll keep an eye out for it over the weekend, because there's got to be something there. You know, if you're trading the playbook, then there's got to be something there. So maybe there's a little nuance or some sort of details that you're missing, and that's fine. That's part of it's just part of the process of learning. But I don't want to see you stuck in those evals for too long. So I'll help you out, man. Bump, 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 bump. Oh, I love that. Get funded. That's amazing, dude. Love to hear it. Past 4 months. Awesome, man. Great to have you here. Great to have you. Kingman said, yo, it's time for golf, Dad.
Time to shut it down.
Yeah. When we gonna have steaks again? Hey, Wokey, I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. I appreciate you, though, last week and taking that rain check. Thank you. Thank you. I remember Mark was trying to link up with me for steaks, too. It was like that week that I had like no voice like a couple weeks ago. I'm like, dude, I don't think you want to meet up with me right now, to be honest. I don't want to get you, yeah. All right, let's see. Any more questions? If not, I think our job is done here, and we can probably move on to the weekend. We'll have a big webinar tomorrow. Lovely Saturday webinar, so I'll see you guys there. If you guys aren't in the clubhouse, I mean, give it a shot for a month, you know, especially if you're not seeing those results that you're looking to. I mean, we have so much just knowledge, information in there, like when it comes to the courses, the webinars, the live streams, the other members of the community. I mean, a lot of times I don't even have to open up the Discord after the stream, because I know everyone's in good hands, because we're all on the same page here. We're all kind of, you know, moving forward with a common vision. So facts, Rich. All right, that's it. Let's do it. 11:11. That's a sign. That's a sign, yeah?
Yep.
Let's have a great day.
Just shut it down.
All right, boys and girls. It's been a pleasure here. I hope today's live stream helped you out. I hope you learned something here, and I hope you got your question answered. If I didn't get to your question. I apologize. It's tough to get to them all, but come back next week and keep knocking on the door. Keep knocking on the door, and let's continue to get better, one day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time. So midway through the month, go back, backtrack a little bit, track your steps, see how your trading's been going so far this week. It's a good weekend midway through the month to really audit what's been happening, and if if you've been falling off track, just get back on track, man. All right, love y'all. We'll be here for you next week. All right, Rafi,
brother.
I'll see you, my boy.
As usual.
I'll see
Thank
you,
you for having me here.
Enjoy the weekend.
Yo,
all right?
Yeah, you too. Stay out of trouble, man. It's Friday. Stay out
Yes,
of
sir.
trouble.
I'm gonna stay out of trouble on that golf course, man. I'm gonna focus today. Focus.
Yeah. Let's do it, bro. You guys have a good time, and make sure that Brother Joe is not getting in some weird reactive states.
I will. I'll keep him positive. I got it.
Yeah. One more thing. Elite Performance Edge, guys. We'll see you here today.
Yeah.
Last call.
Sheesh.
So
wow, that went by
we're
so
excited.
fast. Holy smokes.
I know.
All right.
So, wet list. You guys will be receiving emails, and yeah, man, I'm excited. See you guys here in
Nice.
about a little bit. So,
Amazing.
brother, love you. Take it easy.
Love you, bro.
Enjoy
Yes, sir.
the
Have a
golf
great
course.
day. Enjoy
too,
chat.
brother.
Have an awesome weekend. If you guys are going to be in the webinar tomorrow, I'll see you guys then. If you're watching the recording, enjoy the recording when it comes out. Everybody else, have a blessed weekend, and I'll see you again on Monday to do this all over. All right. Love you guys. Enjoy. Adios, amigos. Blessings, G's.
Peace, peace.
Clubhouse. See you later, game.
Hey,
Peace.
yeah, let's go. Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please will not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turning down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home, just the four of us. Knock, 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 say hello to opportunity. Show them everything that I be doing, think it's doing me. Check, 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 everything I do is to a T. And only other Connor hitting hardest in the USC. Oh, Irish in my blood and all that money keep on doubling. I ain't tried to ball cause I ain't really one for fumbling. Made a couple M's, went gold, now I'm loving it. Drive through them all, can't stomach it. One time cause I had to prove it to myself. 2 times doing that for everybody else. 3 times just to put a trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing else. Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please will not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turning down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home just to, nah, wait, second thought. Maybe take a trip down to Florida. Need to change the weather, Tennessee just wasn't warm enough. Son and everybody, they been eating out the formula. Everybody talking, but at least they ain't ignoring us. Ayy, reservations for 20 at Kosho. Like that iceberg, I'm tipping a boatload. Got incredible friends, yeah, they froze on. Taking hits on the one like I'm Soto. Catalog multiples of double digits. Staring at the number like it's double vision. That's what happens when you trust the vision, but keep it humble for the juxtaposition. I changed my life overnight with a couple decisions. Stay working like there's somebody who's coming to get it, and don't get caught up in the talking and the public opinion. Yeah, at different functions cause I'm functioning different. Hey, 1 time cause I had to prove it to myself. 2 times doing that for everybody else. 3 times just to put a trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing else. Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please will not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turning down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home with the 4 of us. Tell them how it is, I don't beat around the bush. Yeah, made it look easy, wasn't easy as it looks. Nah, hill got steep, we ain't need a little push. Back up, hard to believe you can see under the hood. Go ahead and look, yeah, let's go. Roll up up in a new one, sounding like a bazooka. See me and they froze, I'm calling the whip Medusa. Willy Wonka paint, they saltier than Veruca. Even with a new tux, promise it wouldn't suit ya. Whoa, put my family on the payroll, I can't do this on my own.
Said they had a message for me, told them leave it at the tone.
Nowadays I spin the globe just to see where I should go.
Hey, the kid is hopscotch and doing numbers on the road. Doing numbers at the shows, put your number in my phone. I don't miss, I just reload. If I did, I might explode. Got the glue up on the door, guess I'm sticking to the code. Think I need it, but I don't. Got these bars all in the whip, yeah, it's like I'm on patrol. Got my hand on everything, it's never out of my control. They've been giving me some praise. If you do, I'm not opposed. Not the one that you should worship, I got someone you should know.
Tell them how it is, I don't beat around the bush. Yeah, made it look easy, wasn't easy as it looks. Nah, hill got steep, we ain't need a little push. Back up, hard to believe you can see under the hood. Go ahead and look, yeah, let's go.
Pull up in an old one, looking like I'm a no one. I don't gotta dress to impress, they already know us. Know a couple cold ones, take one to no one. Only ever call when they need me, I ain't a tow truck.
Heard you got 2 favorites in your phone cause you don't have time.
One is for my girl and the other for the tax guy.
Multi-million off some megabytes, you know I'm that guy.
Probably got 100 milli sitting on a flash drive.
Whoa, yeah, this got me in the zone. Now I'm coming for the throne. Guess I must've overthrown. Now they blowing up my phone while me tossing them a bone. Everything they getting told, always going over heads. Damn, must've overthrown. Hesitating, no I don't. No, my feet are never cold. Even when the ground is froze, I'ma keep them on their toes. They been giving me some praise. If you do, I'm not opposed. Not the one that you should worship, I got someone you should know. Tell them how it is, I don't beat around the One girl really understand me. 2 phones, this one for the family. 3 cars, none of them a Camry. Foresight, even when I can't see. Let's go, hey, yeah. Count me out, now I'm counting up. Want me down for the count, but I'm rounding up. Up the mountain, what you mean I don't amount to much? Copy everything I do, I show them how it's done. Talking on my name, that's the usual. Don't like what I'm doing, that's okay, the feeling's mutual. I don't want these people at my funeral. Nah, smiling to my face, the way you hate is inexcusable. No security, this on attack, dog. This really the view, it's not a backdrop. It's not. This really the show, it's not a flash mob. It's not. Getting lapped, yeah. Did it off a laptop. One girl really understand me. 2 phones, this one for the family. 3 cars, none of them a Camry. Foresight, even when I
Remix. We back at it. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God. Come on, God made rivers, God made lakes. God made me, so you gotta pay my rate. Y'all got holy Bible pockets on me, thank God we straight. Even though I might pull up late, I ain't never too late. I'm saying my grace like God is great. Decorate this ice like birthday cake, just tap to the food, I'll make my plate. I don't mean to be rude, you fake your face. Pull up in the church in the rave. You know I'm going on like Marvin Gaye. I keep on K, just pardon me. You new to the game like Shawshank. I gotta let go like love, forgive me. You know we in the house. We gotta go up like chimney. It's not just on me, it's in me. Devil, you can pull up in the hood if you want to. South Park, who killed Kenny? Father, Son, Holy Ghost. You don't smoke with any. With any. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God.
I need bass, attention on me, call me bae. Money bass, it took my soul, you buy me bae. Greed and sway, lowly humble, which one lasts? The demon stepping, blew them thing back like Christmas past. Let go, let grace, let go, live life. Can't help myself, you took them stripes, you took my strength. How I can't forget them folks, but try to leave my way. I mean it, Memphis Rocky, hear your father, turn your cheek, don't fight. I'm rapping my tail off, I'm shipping the mail off. I'm getting my prayers off, taking my hands off. I wake in the morning, then get out the box like Kellogg's. So much from day to day, feel like a featherweight, gave it to God to take care of. Hey, few, I let go, let God, let me go catch my red eye.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God. I am KB, that there 1K, tell them twin identical. Pride on minimal life behind these thoughts, my album criminal. I I can't do subliminals. What you think is not this critical. Watch out, it'll go. Christ gon' trump your candidate body in this political. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I go petro, metro, retro, then I escrow my residuals. It's too formidable. Them golden idols pitiful. I'm burning calves like Olympical. This is typical. Keep it minimal. Teach you how to, boy. I'm out here giving clinicals. Go hard as bicentennial, nothing mythical. Need no rituals. Grace of God is on continual. My boy.